Zontor.
Free to Lau. Freed him up with a Lau. Yep. 7-3 matchup. Yep. I ain't use Cyrax. Use Lau on him. He's free. Yep.
You sound like a hillbilly.
That's what they sound like.
They have
It's
this
awesome.
weird kind of drawl. Like, it's not...
That's
like,
southern, like...
It's an accent, for sure, yeah.
Black rednecks. They're tight.
Yep.
Wow.
Damn.
Yep.
Bodied by the
Yep.
turn?
Black rednecks.
Bodied by my Lau. Yep.
For truth and justice.
There is no justice.
Yo, you looking for a blow up? You already know what podcast name you need to throw up. It's KTP, bitch. Well, being good is a must. Cop out opposites, they get stuffed. So what's up? It's 16-bit, K7 and slips, Kombat 2, man. You know what it is. Sitting high on top of the summit. Podcast that think they're safe, get full combo punish, so come stay. Whether Injustice or MK, we doing it all day. So say hello to the special guest. You know what's next. Sit down, stretch your cerebral cortex, or get caught in Scorpion's vortex. Smack by Selena's jump too, or hit with Victor's tech. All frauds get checked. This is not a test. So sit and rest, breathe deep in your chest, and get a load of the best podcast on the net.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 41 of the Kombat Tune Podcast. With SCR this past weekend, and our guest got 7th with Deathstroke. Got King Hippo. What's up?
What up, guys?
Welcome.
Congrats.
It's a pleasure to hear you say that, honestly. It's been a long road to playing Deathstroke, and a lot of...
Us Deathstroke players have been through a lot.
Yeah, a lot of second guessing, a lot of wondering if this was the right idea, but when it come out as it did.
It's like having like a girlfriend, and to you she's super hot, but there's like a few of your friends that are like, dude, like why are you going out with her? And you're just like, why? Like she's hot.
Yeah, I don't think there was a better metaphor than what you just said.
And then like, you ask other people and they're like, do you think my girlfriend's hot? And they're like, yeah, what the hell are you talking about? Well, there's a couple of my friends that said she's just whatever. No, man, she's hot. It's like, okay, I just wanted to make sure she was hot.
Dude,
like,
all that matters is if she's hot to you.
Yes.
Fuck everyone.
And Slade Wilson is indeed hot to me. that little goatee, the little eye patch.
Dude, does he just have one eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, his eye was shot out by his wife, Adeline Kane.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
Well,
she
had very good reason to do it, honestly.
I've been reading up on Deathstroke. He's tight. Deathstroke went into the military, like, super early. He was, like, super awesome, so they put him, like, in a special program, and she was, like, the trainer of that program. So, and, like, he was broke even in that special program, and she was like, holy shit, and she fell for him. And then, like, yeah, they had, like, a couple kids, and because of Slade's career, one of the kids ended up getting fucked up, and she shot him in the eye.
Wow.
Yep.
Did he get revenge?
No, he couldn't do
On
it.
her?
Yeah.
No.
He just took it?
Slade, much like Guile,
loved
is a family man.
He loved her, yeah. He couldn't blame her, because he had two sons. One of his sons envied him so much that he wanted to be just like him. And so he pretty much underwent the same, the same procedure that he did.
Right.
Except it was fucking amplified, and so he ended up dying because of it. And then his other son was held, like, hostage, and they were like, we're gonna kill your son if you don't tell us who you're employed by. And he was like, no, like, that's my career you're messing with, that's my honor, like, you're gonna ruin my entire, like, persona. You're gonna ruin, like, the thing I do best in my entire life if I do that. Like, no one's gonna ever hire me again. So he ended up trying to kill the guy, and the guy ended up slicing his son's throat and fucking up the dude's voice. So his wife had it, and she was like, your fucking career is killing our family, and she shot him in the head.
He's like, kind of like Captain America, right? He's got, like, the super soldier shit.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, he's super strong, super smart, enhanced reflexes, everything.
The pinnacle of human ability or whatever.
Yeah.
He can use 90% of his brain.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking tight. Yeah,
He was regarded in the DC universe as the most dangerous man.
They call him like Deathstroke the Terminator.
that was.
That's tight.
They used to call him just the Terminator, but then that fucking movie came out.
I wonder if he stole that.
No.
No,
He existed before the Terminator.
No, I wonder if James Cameron stole.
James Cameron doesn't read comic books. Let's be serious.
Yeah.
All right.
Although it wouldn't be the first thing James Cameron stole.
What?
James
I don't know,
Cameron on blast.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
James Cameron was settled out of court that he stole parts of episodes of Outer Limits to create the Terminator.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not
didn't
know that.
know.
I actually don't believe it. I actually think he's innocent. And I've watched the 2 episodes, and I don't buy it. I think it's horse shit. But, yeah, that's why there's the guy who wrote I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, I can't remember his name. You know that short story?
No.
He wrote 2 episodes of Outer Limits that supposedly Cameron stole from, and that's why there's like special thanks or a special acknowledgement to that author in the beginning of the Terminator.
I'll be down.
The episode is called Soldier and Demon with a Glass Hand.
That's tight.
Yeah, they're about time travel. But if you watch them, I don't buy it. I think it's a coincidence.
A bill, otherwise.
It's a bill.
Yeah, I think it's a bill. The author's well known for doing that to many things where it's kind of questionable. Cameron says they just paid him off to get him to shut up, and he's mad about it. And at the time, Cameron wasn't powerful enough to fight it because Terminator was essentially an independent film.
It was low
Right.
budget. It's
Right,
like
and then
$7 million.
For that virtual boy look he has.
Yeah,
Isn't that what that looks like?
it does. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing Mario Tennis in the virtual boy.
Dude, Mario Tennis was tight. That thing made me ill, though.
I had a
it did.
virtual.
Oh, yeah.
It gave you, like, eye cancer if you played it too much.
Yeah.
All right, let me throw this out there. What is the best Mario sports game? And if you don't say Mario Golf, you're a fucking liar.
No, I don't like golf.
Does
Man.
Mario Kart count?
No, Mario Kart does not count.
Why?
Just that's fucking
The
different.
racing game.
There's shells and shit.
So
There's
Shells in all his games.
No, not in, golf is a legitimate sport. I'm talking about those ones that are like,
Tennis is better than golf.
Tennis, yeah.
I played the Mario fucking baseball game, and they're throwing shells around and shit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
all right. I'll let Carter. Then Cart would obviously win. Then that's
Yeah, right.
yeah, I would say Cart.
Mario baseball was. I like that game.
Is Mario
That's
Strikers?
kinda tight, yeah.
Super Mario Strikers. What did you ever play the soccer one? That one actually wasn't bad.
Mario Soccer?
Yeah, it was like extreme soccer.
No.
At random points, you could get Bowser to just come on the scene and go ape and just run through the field, and he would just destroy everybody. It was awesome.
What other games does he have? Mario Golf. Wasn't that on Nintendo?
It was on 64, and it was on GameCube. It was there's a Game Boy Color version.
Wasn't just the game Golf on Nintendo? Wasn't that actually Mario?
I don't think so. For NES?
Yeah, for NES. There was a game that was just called Golf, and like Nintendo made it, and they made the golfer's head look just like Mario.
That might be part of like when Mario was in everything. Remember how he's in Punch Out?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was probably along the same
Their
line.
mascot.
Yeah. I loved him in Punch Out, by the way. I think it'd be great if Mario, if he went down the tubes, what if Super Mario Brothers failed and he never went up to his level of success and he had to become a referee for these shite boxers?
Dude, has Mario ever legit fucked Princess Peach canon?
No.
No, that's not going to be canon.
You know what I mean? Not got
Dude,
with her,
Dude, Nintendo's so pussy with their canon. Zelda and Link have never actually hooked up, according to their canon, but...
Yeah.
What was better, Punch-Out for NES or SNES?
Super Punch Out. Controversial,
Yeah.
but I don't give a fuck.
I gotta
It's a
say
better game.
Super.
I still think the Wii Punch-Out's the best game. But
Out of here.
I never played it.
Yeah. The Wii Punch-Out's
Get out.
Super Punch-Out, I think, is the most technical. Probably the best. Oh, like, I like the bar they added. The, I don't know what you'd call it, but, the bar at the bottom. That was really good.
I like NES.
The NES one is tight, too. I mean, they're all good. I mean, this is, again, arguing, like, which of the three is, like, just awesome.
Dude, do you remember the arcade version of that with, like, the
Yeah, it's
paddles?
weird. They have it at
That's-
Yeah, it's way different.
With the wireframe guy.
Yeah.
super hard.
Yeah.
Glass Joe's still in it, I think. Still getting
Gabby
bodied.
J. Yay.
Gabby J.
Gabby J. Yay.
I felt it was more satisfying beating Mike Tyson than it was Nick Bruiser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beating Mike Tyson was like, oh, yeah.
Beating Mike Tyson, I think that's when I started growing, like, pubic hairs and shit. Like, I think I got some little hairs growing on my balls after I fucking beat that dude.
Dude, one punch and you're dead.
Dude, I was floored. I couldn't believe it. It took me so long because I wasn't one of those people that used the code. Like, no, I was like, no,
I used the code. I was like, fuck.
I mean, I did for like just to see, but after I saw how ridiculous it was, I didn't actually fight him. I saw other people fight him, and I was like, I'm obviously not ready for that. I was actually honestly just scared as a child. I was like, I'm not gonna fight Mike
when you
Tyson.
got to him, you were scared.
But like when I was like I'll fight Macho Man. I was like he's pretty tough. I finally beat him. I was like, all right. And then Mike Tyson was next. I was like, man, I guess it's Mike Tyson. And then I couldn't get past the first 55 seconds for like a month. I just thought I remember the first time me and my brother were playing. I remember the first time we hit him. We were like, holy shit, you can hit him. We were like, that's amazing. Like, we can't even, most of the time because you had to learn how to quick dodge, and there was no point in the game did you actually have to learn how to quick dodge. It's just something that you had to learn against Mike Tyson or you're gonna get your ass knocked out. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was.
On the matchup.
Yeah, once we got past the first 55 seconds and he started doing those body blows and shit, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
What the hell is this? He has more than an uppercut. Oh my god. That should be a special move in some sort of fighting game. It should be called Flash Uppercut, and it should be broken.
It's a great game.
Yeah,
So guys, there was a tournament.
Oh, yeah, SCR.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Forgot about it.
So, how did you feel about the tournament, Hippo? You were there?
Well, first of all, I'll say Alex Valle runs a hell of a tournament. I mean, professional from top to bottom. I mean, he's walking around constantly. He's always got a clipboard. He's always got a walkie-talkie. He's always talking all the TOs. Everything is run on
Some
time.
people on this podcast might call him Alex Valle.
Alex Valle. It's also known as the Mexican, even though he's from Peru.
Damn! That's fucking racist.
Yeah, apparently when he was playing Alpha 2 and he played Ken, they just call him the Mexican. And he was like, dude, I'm Peruvian. What are you talking about? Anyways, so he ran a really tight ship. And he would announce on the thing, we're 30 minutes behind. This is unacceptable. Get their shit together, everybody. And they would do it. I mean, this tournament was run on time. I mean, what did you think, 16-bit?
Yeah, SCR is always really good. Valle is the great TO. Compton runs the MK stuff perfectly. It's perfect. All 3 years have been perfect. That's why I go out of my way to go. There's literally nothing to complain about.
Right, and I mean, like, all those people blowing up KI getting stream time, I mean, that to me was super unjustified. Like, I'm sorry the shitter pools of Injustice got streamed, but KI needed its. I mean, KI deserved it. I mean, they capped and everything.
They capped, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think the first 4 pools were more exciting, and it just so happened they weren't streamed. That does suck, but what are you going to do about it?
Right.
I didn't have a problem with it. I mean,
The first 4 streams were the best. The first 4 pools were the best part of the tournament. PPJ versus Filipino Man was awesome. PPJ versus White Boy was really good. Legend versus Ducky. The Snake versus Theo. Theo was nearly sent to losers in round 2 of the tournament.
Wow.
Yep.
The Snake is a Flash player from NorCal. He's like one of Ducky's boys. A group of them came up, and he won the first game, Theo won the second game, and he had a 100% life lead in the third game, and Theo ran it back and won.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
Then we have Hippo, your matches. I was standing right by you. You fought Tyrant, 2-1, last hit.
Whew.
It was incredible.
Man. And I'll say, like, Tyrant is one of those guys. Like, Grundy is such a character. There's so much you have to respect from Grundy on all fronts. I don't know if I agree with Chef when he's like, oh, he might be top 5, but there's just a lot of things. You have to play really smart. You have to really not let yourself get rattled that you're going to lose like 60%. It's really difficult. So for me, I've played against Tyrant a few times in tournament, and I've never beat him. This was the closest I've ever come to beating him. And he even said, like, dude, if you had just done sword flip in our first match, when I had a pixel left, I would have lost. There's no way I would have come back from that. So, like, yeah, it was awesome. And Bit was there, and SoCal was popping off. It was awesome.
Yeah, then he played KH Digit, who is a really good Shazam player. He has a reputation, and I finally on the Sunday got to play casuals with him, and I didn't see it, but apparently it was him and Tyrant was down to the last pixel.
It was. Last read was back one into... Tyrant likes to do these resets where he does like back one where it restands you, and then he does Walking Corpse, and he'll do like EX Swamp Hands.
Yeah.
It was one of those dumb resets that got it, but if he hadn't have done that, it was over, basically.
And then I didn't see your match to get in top 16, but you told me that was like Pixel 2 with a Digit.
Right. The problem was against Shazam, I kept jumping back, and because I've played Shazam, but I haven't played a lot of Shazam now, like the new Shazam with the back 2-3 launcher. So I'm used to when I jump back against back 2-3, all he does is kind of hit me.
Yeah.
It's really no big deal. Now he's launching me for combos, and it showed that I had no idea what I was doing, and I got hit by those a lot. Luckily, what saved me was down 2. And Deathstroke's down 2 basically was such where I would try and read, he would dash and down 2. He saw that I did it, and he would go to whiff punish with back 2, and the down 2 would still hit him and launch him for a forward 3 into a full combo. So a lot of those saved me. And at the end, I read his teleport and low gunshot at him, and I went fucking nuts on Sal, and that was it.
So why go nuts on Sal if people don't know this backstory?
All right, so MK was Friday, right? And I had been watching, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll enter the tournament just for old time's sake. I haven't played MK in a year, basically. So I entered, and I played as Raiden, who was the last character I'd played, and I got destroyed on stream. No big deal. Not to me, at least. The match was at least fun to watch, where I tried to Superman down 4 and lost.
Yeah, that was awesome. And the EX teleport at the end, and she just blew, like, you teleported right into her.
Right, and I went back and was like, oh yeah, I forgot it's still holding block. Whoops. So, yeah, that happened. I didn't think anything of it. And I go back to my hotel room, and someone's tagged me in a post on our Facebook TYM AZ thread, and Sal's going, you know, this guy Hippo, why do you play tournaments like casuals? Why do you fucking, like, why do you go to tournaments? Like, it's hopeless. He said, you played Mortal Kombat, your decision to play Raiden was almost as dumb as picking up Deathstroke.
Wow.
So I read that, and was like, you know, maybe he's right. What the fuck am I doing here? And, I mean, 16-Bit can attest to that. We were in the hotel lobby, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was just like, I don't know, man.
So he got to you.
Yeah, it got to me. I'll admit, yeah. Because I don't know why, too. Like, it's really a nothing comment. But, yeah, it really just fucking stuck in my craw. That he was like, you should quit tournaments. You're not good.
What a dick.
Yeah, I mean, so, and now it's being passed off as like, well, I was just doing that to pump you up. All right, maybe. You know, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But to me, anger to me is not my prime source of I want to have fun. Playing Deathstroke to me is fun. I don't want to just be mad. Like, God, I fucking hate Sal. I want to win because of this. That's really not what I was thinking when I was playing Digit. It's just when I won, all that emotion rushed out of me of just, I've never made top 16 before, so like, yeah, I went nuts. Poor Digit. Poor everyone else who didn't know what the fuck was happening. I said DJT. DJT was like, damn, Sal's real?
Yep, Sal, yep. Damn, yep.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people were just like, what the hell is he talking about? But I didn't care, man. So yeah, that was kind of the backstory. Is like early in the morning, I was threatening to quit the game. And then the next day I ended up getting top 8.
Yeah, let's not stand on ceremony here. It wasn't just yesterday. I talk to you all the time on Facebook, and it's been you used to play MK, and you were never happy with your tournament performances.
No, I wasn't.
Detroit would always say that you were, like, really good. Detroit told me at EVO that when he made his return at SCR and then EVO 2013, he played with Curvo online, and he played with you offline. That was his team of trainers to get ready. He specifically came back at 2013 because he wanted that medal. He was mad about 2012. And you were the guy he went to train with offline. He was very open about that. And you're not a guy that was ever successful. And I actually played you in 2013. Your Raiden wasn't bad at all. Like, you were way better than people thought. You were doing fine against me.
Yeah. And, I don't know, it's just, I did beat actually Chris G in that tournament, and I think it was a big accomplishment that I never really felt like people were just, it's just Chris G. Relax. And I'm like, dude, this guy was beating supposed top MK players in 2013. Come on now, can I have like that? And Blackula has never beaten Chris G in tournament. The Kenshi player Blackula, he never beat Chris G in tournament, but I did. But I never got. Okay, so let me start over again. One of the things I've been having a problem with Injustice is I felt like I wasn't getting credit for things that I was doing publicly, and it was just not acknowledged. An example of that is, okay, so I used to play Green Lantern before I played Deathstroke. In August of 2013, there was a... What?
Boo.
What?
Green Lantern over Deathstroke. Boo.
I know, but hear me out. I love Hal Jordan, so here we go. August of 2013, there's a tournament at the Arizona house that we meet at, Team Hazmat. It's got Slayer, Tyrant, Wonder Chef, all the SoCal guys. And it's pre-patch Superman versus Green Lantern, and that was a shitter match. That was 7-3 easy. I beat Slayer 3-0 in that tournament, and then beat him again in Grand Finals 3-0. I beat Chef 3-0. I beat Chef 3-1 in Winners Final. I did very convincingly, too. Now that's not really not to blow up Slayer or Chef. They're awesome. But it's just, I had this big tournament, and I played very well. And then right after that, I beat Chef Zod in the team tournament we had the next day when no one else could beat a Zod. I was doing, cool things as Green Lantern that not, besides DJT, a lot of Green Lantern players, they just don't perform. Am I wrong in saying that?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I was doing these things as Green Lantern, and I would post these videos and be like, hey, here's the matchup against Zod. And then you get Pig, go ahead, LOL 7-3 GL. Or 7-3 Zod, forget it. And it's just like, come on, man. What I'm saying is being brushed over for what reason? Because nobody knows who I am? It fucking sucks.
You wanted props.
Not props, but I wanted acknowledgement of hey, he's alright.
Yeah.
And I never got it until I started going to Wednesday night fights a lot. And the SoCal guys knew. As soon as they played me, they were like, this guy's good. But nobody else kind of really knew. So it's cool to be now on a grand stage, people are like, wow, this guy's awesome. This guy's good.
That's what's so good about a top 8.
Yeah.
It's everyone can hold that.
Pretty much. I mean...
No one can take that away.
Yeah. And beating Slayer, too. Slayer's a guy, I play in casuals a lot with Slayer, and it's close most of the time, but as Deathstroke, I'd been getting slaughtered. I didn't know if I had the Superman matchup on... I had thoughts about it, but I didn't know it would all pan out. But when I played him, man, everything I ever thought about just clicked in. I'm like, I know he's going to jump in and air dash. Down 2 is going to beat it. I know down 2 is going to beat 4-2-3 on the ground. 4-2-3 in the corner is going to beat him mashing 4-2-3 when he gets up. It all worked out. It's awesome. I told 16-bit after it happened, I've never felt something like that before, where everything just works out like you think it's going to, and then you win. Now
Does
you're
down
top
2
8.
goes under 4-2-3?
No, it just beats it.
Oh,
Better hitbox.
good to know.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that was a long spiel, but basically, too long didn't read. A lot of people have been saying, you're not good in tournament, just quit, and then this happened.
So you think you've got over your tournament nerves? What do you think changed?
Well, that was a big thing, because I've been going to Wednesday night fights. I really don't get that nervous in tournaments anymore. Like, my legs don't shake. I don't get any of those anymore. Yeah. That's a big first step. And Wonder Chef has mentioned it before. I just click with Deathstroke. Everything about him just makes sense to me. Green Lantern, I liked him a lot, but there was a lot of things I was struggling to get over with. And it would get in the way of me being better. So I playing as Deathstroke.
Like what?
Like when back 1 stops working. And like back 1-3 is backdashable. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when people start doing that and blowing you up for like 40%, you get emo and you're like, all right, now what do I do? And as playing as him, I feel, okay, 2-2-3 is pretty good, but it's not like great. And back 1-3 is getting blown up. I really got to do like shenanigans, like to do offense, like back 1 something. And I can play solid and defensive for a while, but against like Superman, a couple other characters, it's just not going to work anymore. Martian Manhunter. And I didn't know what to do. Like I'll admit I was not the best Lantern. Yeah, I mean I was good, but I wasn't the best. So maybe I missed something, but something about it just wasn't really clicking for me. I didn't like it.
Deathstroke's a lot more complete than Green Lantern.
I agree. Big reason why I switched to him.
Personally, I think he's better. I'll probably get blown up for saying that, but
you won't, because Theo told me that too. Theo's told me I think Deathstroke's better than Green Lantern.
That's saying something, because most people put Green Lantern as in a top 10.
We had a big discussion about Green Lantern at SCR. And I think we didn't see it in tournament, but once you see people start backdashing back 1-3, a lot of these Green Lanterns are going to run into big problems.
Yeah. I remember when I was playing, the last time I played Tommy, I was doing that. I first started doing it with Scorp, and it was clearly changing the matchup. And then the last time I played him, I was doing it with Deathstroke, and he was like, dude. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, basically. I mean, so yeah, Deathstroke to me just clicks, and that plus somewhat getting over the tournament nerves really helped. Against Slayer, there was a moment I played where I remember there was one thing that happened, and I knew I'm going to win this game. I didn't get flustered by any of the die punch resets he hit me with, anything like that. I knew at a certain point, I have this game. Don't worry about any health you lose. You have it. It was awesome.
Wait, you got something?
Yeah, let's talk about Deathstroke. Where do you think he stands? I mean, let's just get it over with.
Number 10.
So
He's
top 10?
Yes. I have no doubts about it anymore.
What do you think people don't see?
I don't think they understand his space control. I don't think they understand how good it is.
What do you mean space control?
Okay, so he has guns in 3 different spots. Air guns, high guns, and low guns. They're unsafe, sure, but they cover a lot of the screen. So guys going for interactables a lot, they'll get hit by air guns. If you're trying to dash in, do jumps from like far range to mid screen, you get high gun. If you're just trying to move on the ground, you get low gun. So he's going to keep you in check at almost all the ranges. The next thing is his anti-air. Unparalleled, probably amongst the best next to Aquaman. Between sword flip slash jump, whatever I happen to call it that day, and down 2, there are characters that just cannot, period, jump in on Deathstroke. I think Catwoman's one of them. You cannot jump in on Deathstroke. You're going to get down 2 or sword flipped. So he takes away almost the aerial option from some characters too. And then on the ground, down 2, back 2, and forward 3, can be very difficult to get across at the mid-range, or to get around at the mid-range. Because you have to dash in to do offense, but if you don't have something to pad you as you go in, like say a Batman does, you're going to run into down 2 a lot, and that's 30%, back to full screen. His face control is awesome.
Yeah, I hear like people say like, he gets out footsied by like Aquaman and Green Lantern and shit like that, and I'm just like, I don't think so. I think the opposite.
Yeah, I think
they have to deal with my shit before I have to deal with their shit.
Yeah.
So,
like, does what I'm saying make sense to you? Like the space, like I control like almost all the areas all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Unless you flat out outzone Deathstroke, which I don't really think anyone really does, maybe besides Cyborg and maybe Sinestro full screen, and maybe, like, you gotta deal with his shit. Like, you can't do shit. Like, you gotta deal with his guns.
Yeah. Not to mention his jump attacks, which I forgot to. I mean, jump 3, jump 1, and jump 2 all have their very
jump attacks are really good.
Yeah. So
and his jump is good. Like, it's pretty quick.
His jump saved me at SCR. If you guys go back and watch, there's a point where I'm in the corner against Slayer, and I've just taken 2 meter burn laser scrapers from Superman, and he does 1 and dashes in 4 2s. Any other character would have caught him, but Deathstroke jumps clean out, and I get a full 3-2-3 punish into the corner, gets me like 45%, and I'm back in the game. It's awesome. He can jump out of like certain frame traps that no one else can.
Yeah, he really shrinks up when he jumps.
Right.
Would you say he has short legs?
he has. Yes.
Okay. That's
He has
Max's
short
way.
legs.
That is Max's method of telling how you can anti-air someone.
He has short legs.
What?
Yeah, guys. Black Adam's easy to anti-air because he has long legs. Guys, Deathstroke is hard to anti-air because he curls up his legs.
Wow.
So, basically, you play it, like everyone says, I remember Slips came out and said that Deathstroke could possibly beat Aquaman, or at worst goes even with him, and he got blown up.
Mm-hmm.
You've played Theo.
I think I'm not good enough at the matchup, but I firmly believe it's even. If I get better, I think it's even.
I mean, don't you already kind of hold your own against Theo too? And he's like godlike.
Well, he beats me a lot of the time, but I get games. I can get games. Basically, it comes down to one of the things I started using better was down 2 to stop dashes, because I have his respect at all the other ranges. Like, I could do low guns or whatever. He's going to respect and not do from the deep. He knows I'll punish it. So I'm at this point in the matchup where I'm trying to study the awkward point where he's about 2 character spaces away from me, and I know he's got back 1-2 locked and loaded, and I know he's got back 2 loaded, and I know he's got dash up something loaded. I know how to deal with the dash up. Starting to figure out how to deal with the down 1, or the back 1. The back 2 was what he was getting with me with SCR, and I need to figure out that. Once those are sewn up, as Slips apparently would say, it'll be 5-5.
What do you think about a match like Sinestro or Flash that people say is terrible?
I think Sinestro's even, and I've played the best Sinestro player in the world. Flash, I haven't played a lot of. I played Forever King's Flash, which is pretty good, but it's not like an expert Flash. But my theories about the Flash matchup worked. So I'm thinking, like, this probably is not as bad as people think it is.
I don't know why they say it's 7-3.
I mean, I get why they say it, because, you take away their punishment, but you take away the low guns, but even then, he's got to get around down 2 and, like, 4-3 and stuff like that. It's not free. Like, he hasn't super just get into it. Like, back meter burn Psycho Crusher, that doesn't work. Sometimes it does, but not all the time. You get full combo punish for using it.
Yeah, like, I don't care about that move.
Right, I don't either. Like, there's a lot of matches where people are like, oh, they get in so easily on Deathstroke. I'm not sure. I played King's Wonder Woman. It was hard for him to approach me sometimes. Between down 2 and sword flip to get him out of air
I'd
dashes.
rather deal with fucking Flash than Wonder Woman. Flash doesn't have an air dash.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
That's another match where recently it was like Wonder Woman. How can Deathstroke possibly compete with her footsies? You played Forever King's Wonder Woman, like you
I
seemed
did.
fun.
I did. I'm not sold that back 2 is like, oh my god, you can't get around it.
Yeah, I was on Dave's show and he was like, back 2. Now I can't say anything because I don't really play that great of Wonder Woman's, but in my head I was like, what the fuck do I care about back 2?
Right,
I'm gonna low gun her. I don't give a shit.
Or if she does back 2, so fucking... Most of people will do back 2, lasso grab, which is dumb and get you punished.
Yeah, Deathstroke is one of the few characters that can punish that.
Yeah, or back 2-3, which is like, alright, whatever. He pushed me out again and is now at negative frame, so if she dashes up, eat down 2.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, it's good, but she still has to come in.
Right.
She's got to deal with my shit before... It's the same with everyone. You got to deal with my shit before I got to deal with your shit.
Right, that's exactly why I think he's good.
He controls the pace.
Right. I have constantly made the comparison, and I even bought the Sprite necklace just to prove DJ and ST. DJ and ST has an okay projectile. It's not amazing, but it's okay. It controls some space. He has a sick anti-air. Like, between his standing medium punch and his jackknife maximum, you're not going to jump in on him. He has great footsies with standing hard kick, crouching medium punch. I mean, all these buttons that just are really good. Great jump-ins with jump jab and jump roundhouse. And he just has it all. He might not do it as good as, he might not zone as good as an Osagod, or he might not rush down as good as a Vega. But
dude, his cross-up medium was hella good.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what Deathstroke has, too. He has a good cross-up. When he hits a hit, it's 50-50 town. That's what DJ was like. As soon as he knocked you down with a slide or something like that, it was in the mix-up. And it's going to be tick grab. It's going to be cross-up jump, medium kick, and a machine gun upper, and now you're dizzied, and now you're dead. That, to me, is what Deathstroke is. He can play defensively offensive. He's an offensive turtle, in my opinion.
What would you say to those individuals who would say his zoning is mediocre?
Absolutely ridiculous.
I say he's not a zoner.
I say that too. I say
he's like a hybrid, right?
Right. Yeah, like to me, like again, I'll bring back the DJ. DJ's not out zoning anybody with his air slasher. Like it's a good projectile, but it's nothing like special. The point is that he can throw it back at those who can zone. Like Guile Sonic Boom is really hard to approach from a lot of characters, but because DJ has an air slash, he can dash, he can throw that out and then slide in, and then throw that out and slide again. That to me is what Deathstroke can do basically. He can do an Ed Justice version of that, where people are throwing projectiles, okay, I can low gun under, the high ones. Or I can trade, or I can punish it with the quickfire one, or I can just knock them out of the air if they're doing air projectiles, stuff like that. So to him, it's a way of moving himself in while countering their projectiles. So like Raven, for example, I play Ducky. When you do Soul Crush, or when you do Raven and you throw her Hadouken, you go under it with low gunshots, so she can't do that normal frame trap of I throw that and then I Soul Crush. And then you punish Soul Crush with Quickfire, the normal standing guns. So you have this weird game of like, I can't approach you, I can't touch you from full screen, you can't touch me from full screen. Now we gotta get to mid-range where I think I've got better options.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look at it like Street Fighter 4 Ryu. It's like even when he does get out footsied, say like, I don't know, what's that TIE fighter, what's his name? Not Sagat, but the other one. Yeah.
Adon. Yeah.
Like, say like he's fighting Adon, and Adon's just doing heavy kick over and over again. He doesn't have a normal attack that blows that up, but he's got Fireball.
Right.
Like, so, yeah, like I know it's a Fireball, you can jump over it and, fuck him up, but the point is they play his game before they get to play their game. And because of that fact, he controls the pace. He determines the fear of that Fireball manipulates how they play.
Yeah.
And control of the pace is more important.
Right. You're never not worried about low gunshots coming and hitting you in the knees.
Yeah.
Like I've played against, I've played against Wound Cowboy, and there wasn't a point where I wasn't able to snipe him with low guns because he was walking back because of forward 3, or he was trying to charge his trait. Like when I get to mid range, there's a lot of things you have to start worried about, and you're gonna get hit by one of those options eventually, I think.
Yeah, a lot of the really bad matchups in this game are the characters that have fast walk speed versus the characters that have bad forward walk speed.
Right.
That creates some really bad matchups in the game.
Tell me about it.
What are you talking about? Who do you play with?
All right, continue.
All right.
Anyway, but yeah, like, oh yeah, Cyborg. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, like if you don't have a low option to stop people from holding back, like you're fucked.
Yeah,
you can't do shit.
Why do you take that for granted? Who gives a shit that it's unsafe? The point is you have it, so use it.
Yeah, it's like saying, "Oh, Ryu, you just jump over his fireball. It's suicide." Right. It's like, well, you jump.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you see him fight Akuma and all he did was infiltration and he fireballed the fuck out of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the point. Like, yeah, fireball's good. Like, it's a poke. Use it.
If I get to it doesn't matter how punchable it is, as long as I get to manipulate you first.
Right. And then you also have to worry about the meter burn version trying to hit you as you try to punish it.
Yeah, that's not even taken into the account that you can meter burn it or not meter burn it, or semi-delay it and what have you.
Right. So yeah, like that's the reason why I think he's so good. His space control is almost unlike a lot of characters.
So Deathstroke, potential top 10.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Interesting.
What do you think, 16-bit?
He's in the conversation. He has everything. I don't really understand why characters like Wonder Woman are in top 5 conversation, and the answer is they have everything, but Deathstroke's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's super complete.
Like, I used to think his damage was low until I started using background bounces, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting 40% meterless? Never mind.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
let's go back to SCR.
Okay.
Now, the favorite to win, I think everybody's favorite to win, did not even make top 8 this tournament.
Yep.
Mr. Wound Cowboy. What do you guys think of that? With the broken fucking push block tech. Did not make top 8.
I don't know. One of the funniest things, too, is, like, on Friday, Wound didn't get there till Saturday, I think. So he wasn't there around Friday. All we heard was these SoCal guys going around like, God, Wound's going to win this free. Can't believe how broke this is. I was told I couldn't tell you, though.
Yeah.
They
all claimed they knew it, but they couldn't say anything.
So it was doom and gloom all Friday. God, when Wound gets here, let's just bend over the barrel and open up our assholes. It's over. And
okay.
let this little pedo stash in. But then when it came time, I mean, he used it, I think, once.
He did in that match versus Forever King.
Right, but...
And it totally shifted that match. Let's be serious here.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question it was broke. But, it just didn't pan out. I just think he wasn't ready for Doomsday.
He lost to White Boy and King.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can lose.
Right. I mean, this is not an indictment of Wound as a bad player.
No.
He's awesome. He's a great player. I played him, I know. It's just, if you're not ready, this is a game where you need to have matchup knowledge. If you don't have it, sometimes it can be bad news for you. I've got some bad news! And Wound's bad news is that he probably didn't know the Doomsday matchup as good as he thought. Well, back to the old drawing board.
I think, to me, there was a part of the bracket that had a bunch of killers in it, and Forever King was probably one of the few people in that tournament that could really give him trouble, and that's who he got in top 16. And then if King hasn't, or if Wound has any fault as a player, he's rattled. It's obvious. You watch him play. We're all talking about it. The D'Lo Brown head shake. When things start going downhill, like you can even see in his play style. He's controlling. He's dominant. He loves the slow pace. If things start going downhill, the head... This is ridiculous! And then he gets overwhelmed. Like, when I play him, if I get games, which is once every 100 years, it's because a back 3 hits, and then I get my offense going, and and then he never makes a comeback. And King beat him, and then he immediately had to play White Boy, and there's no other character in the game that just overwhelms you. And White Boy is the best Doomsday I've played. He knew that. He went in saying, I got right from the start, I gotta go ham. And he did, and Wound just couldn't handle it. He got blown up. There's no other way to put it. He got completely steamrolled. White Boy played it perfectly. He never could get that. That tech doesn't matter if he can't calm the pace down and get that trade out.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Bad draw. Wound, if you shuffle the brackets, he may have won the tournament.
Yep.
But it's not how it works out.
That's a big win for White Boy, too.
It's huge.
Doomsday's
White Boy beat a lot of good players that tournament.
He did.
Dude, Doomsday's back on the map, too. And we had this time where Doomsday is now, he's a shitter. He's not viable. I mean, come on. This talk is over, right?
I'm sick of that, yeah. That's dumb.
This goes back almost to the Deathstroke thing. Like, what part of the controlling of space am I missing where Doomsday sucks? Like, shoulder alone is, like, always in the back of your head, always. Here comes a fucking meter burn shoulder. Not to mention his dash is so fast that it's hard to react to the throw and the down one and the sweep all at the same time while you're worrying about that fucking shoulder. I don't understand. I don't get it. Why is he bad?
Oh, I don't know.
I think he's good.
Yeah.
I think he can feel kind of restricting when you don't have meter.
It's true. Okay.
But
Does need meter.
at the same, but when he does have meter, there is absolutely nothing restrictive about him. It's like the best expenditure of meter is when that shoulder hits and then he meter burns it and he gets like juicy damage and he gets good wall carry. But it's like even when that meter fails and it doesn't hit, like he still gets a guessing game. Like he still like he can still make that bar of meter worth something even after he didn't even hit with it.
Right.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
He's pretty much a giant fucking wall. Like he just sits there, and you're like, well, let me try and jump at him. Maybe I can somehow jump over the shoulder, but he's got these fucking stupid anti-airs. So jumping seems insane. It's like, well, maybe I'll back jump. It's like, no, the meter burn shoulder's gonna hit you.
Right.
So jumping just completely gets out of it. You can't just hit him out of the shoulder. So you just sit there, and then he just dashes up and does whatever he wants.
Right. I had this problem.
That's Doomsday. It's that simple. That's the meta. It's meta 1 is you can't jump, and then meta 2 is you can't hit buttons, and then meta 3 he dashes up and does whatever he wants. That's it.
That was the problem I had to get playing White Boy in top 8. It's a match I haven't played a lot. I've only thought about it. And I'm like, all right, what can I do here? Like, I'm stumped. I need to go back and look at this.
Deathstroke versus Doomsday is an interesting match. A lot of people say it's 6-4 Doomsday, but I think it's more 5-5.
I think it could be 5-5 when I figured out more of what I can do about down 1.
I think the big problem that Deathstroke players run into is they're so fixated on making sure they shoot him before he gets the shoulder out that they just always shoot, and Doomsday players are just kind of used to it, so they just always block the low gunshots, and they essentially just get to shoulder or dash in for free.
Right.
So it feels like, man, I can't keep him out, when the whole guessing game is the same as it is with any character, is if you think that they're going to block low gunshots, then you go in. And, like, going in on Doomsday seems insane, because, you know, he's fucking Doomsday. You just feel like you gotta keep him out. But it's unfortunately Deathstroke players, we still don't understand the power that we have. And it's like, no, even Doomsday has got to respect our low gunshots first.
Right.
So, yeah, he'll block the first gunshots and then he dashes. And then don't do low gunshots again, because if you do low gunshots again, he's going to get in for free. Do one set of low gunshots, he's going to dash, and then, go in or just keep backing up. Don't fall into the pattern of low gunshots, dash, low gunshots, and then he's in.
It's a pattern I fell into, and I paid for it, basically.
Yeah, it's low gunshots, dash, and then do something. Don't do another low gunshots.
Right. It makes sense to me. I mean, I have like matchup numbers which are basically up playing until I get better. Like personally at my current skill level, I probably won't beat these top Doomsday players. Give me a couple more months, I'd probably go even with them.
What did you guys think of the return of DJT?
Damn.
Yep.
Dude, can we talk about this? No, it's not. Can we talk about their squeezes?
Should we talk about this glitch first?
Push
right.
block shit?
Are we happy? Are we happy it's gone?
I'm happy it's gone.
I'm happy.
It's fucking stupid.
Broke as fuck. Are you kidding?
Well,
we all agree that this is absolutely broken, right?
It took resources. It took resources.
Oh my
took
God.
1 bar and you got a vortex on.
It didn't take fucking Fort Knox, okay?
I don't understand what that means. Like, it's not like there's bonus points if you have bar left over. What doesn't take resources?
Yeah.
Who would not? If you told me, if Paula was like, hey, I'm gonna add a push block combo for Catwoman if you use one of her scratches, I wouldn't be like, no, Paula, that's a resource. I don't want to use it.
What wake-up attack am I going to use?
You're getting a combo off of them starting a block string.
Well, to me, I talked about this. Like, we said Scorpion broke the rules of the game. Bullshit. This breaks the rules of the game. Push block is meant as a mechanic, meant to spent meter just to get them away from you. Offer you nothing other than slight frame advantage. This is punishing you, or letting you get a punish for using push block, which is absolutely not in the rules of the game, I think. It's got to go.
Which is why it's gone.
Well, what about the argument that Lex and Joker and other characters can do this too?
Fuck them.
I mean,
they lost it too.
The difference is that they put something on the playing field it's only like Lex puts the mine on the playing field for a few seconds. This is literally he can get a life lead on me and hold back, and there is
the trait
what the fuck am I going to do? Like throw or just hope I guessed right? It's hard as fuck to get in right now.
Yeah, the difference is these are
approachable footsies.
Yeah, the difference is these are set up characters. These things that they put on the screen, they're only there for a little while, and it literally takes maybe a second or two to not hit a button, and you won't get pushed into it. Where Sinestro's, it's every move that's designed to be unpunishable is now punishable. Every move that is designed to condition your opponent to, either not move or, whatever it is, it's now full combo punishable. Like, the characters that use moves to get in and then you have to guess on block, they're fucked. Like, Flash doing a meter burn torpedo and, you block it standing. Oh, that's something that's great for Flash pairs. I mean, they have to use that sometimes to get in. No, not against Sinestro. That's a full combo punish now. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, Doomsday doing a meter burn shoulder is now full combo punishable. That's fucked up. If you jump in on Sinestro, you're lucky to not get down 2'd, but just in case you didn't get down 2'd, and you did a jump attack and they blocked it, which is only natural, you're full combo punished. It's beyond fucked up.
Sinestro's designed to keep you out. If he had that, what is his weakness?
It's essentially Frost's parry without any startup. And you don't get to use the parry unless it actually hits.
Ugh.
Imagine Frost doing a slide. You check her with a down one. She sees that you blocked the down one. She's like, oh, thanks, and just gets a full combo. That's what we'd be seeing after his back 1-2. He's -5. It already is risky as fuck to do anything besides a down one. But even now, if you did a down one, it would be full combo. You did a down one, and you got full combo punish.
That's retarded.
How in the world is this not broken?
I don't get it.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is not even like an Injustice only thing.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God NRS fixed that. Because guess what? This community has already used all of its ban bullets on fucking Scorpion.
Ban bullets.
And who the fuck was gonna say anything this time around? Who is gonna say it? Because all the talking points, the talking points of, oh, this is a glitch, we can't use, it's obviously this is not by design. All those talking points were already used. They said Scorpion, the entire character, was a glitch. And that's why he should be banned. So, an actual glitch that's actually fucked up, no one was gonna say anything. Because no one could. Because we all already cried wolf about Scorpion last year.
So do you think like Lex and Joker, even some Cyborg shit doesn't work now? You think they're like the sacrificial lambs, like just to get rid of this shit? Like it's worse.
It's obvious for the better of the game. And honestly, I think if you're relying on push block, teeth, and mind setups to win your games, then those are cute setups. They're not.
It's nice to have.
It's nice to have. It's not Joker and Lex weren't designed to be doing push blocks into shit. Like, it's cool. Like, it was cool when we saw it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool use of the push block. It's neat, but it's not there in core design gameplay. Like, if that's what you're using to win, then if that's your priority fundamental way to beat people, then something's not right with your game.
Well, what about the argument that in some matchups Sinestro has a hard time getting straight out? We just said it with Batman and Doomsday.
Okay.
Doesn't this mostly affect matchups that he wins anyway?
Yeah, it makes the 7-3 matchups like 8-2. Like, he already tramples some characters. Like, he already can't do shit against Lex. Or, Lex can't do shit about. Like, he already 7-3s like Lex and a handful of other characters. It only makes the 7-3s worse. It only makes the 6-4s worse. He essentially becomes Kenshi, if not Cabal. Fuck it, I'll say it.
Damn.
He's essentially at least Kenshi, though. If that thing stays in the game.
Thankfully they hotfix that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the Bola glitch.
And the Bola glitch.
That's huge.
We didn't even have time to talk about it. Shoutouts to the guys at NRS.
Still supporting.
This is the second time this has happened. That patch came out in October, and there was that bug with alt controls. Everyone was like, the game's dead, they're not supporting it, they're abandoning us, the game's dead, fuck you, Paulo. And they did a hotfix fixing it. Then these bugs came out, fuck you, Paulo, fuck you, Garcia, hang 'em, like burn them at the stake. Yeah. Sure enough, a couple days later, this comes out. I don't know. There's been 3 hot fixes since that October patch. Can we please stop pretending like they're just going to abandon us? Please.
Yeah, it's over now, right?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, let's talk about the complete meta.
It's there.
Is it complete?
Are we done with the era of the oddball characters in the top 8? We had a top 8 that had Aquaman, Green Lantern, Batman. Other than Doomy and Deathstroke,
shitters.
It was just Wednesday night fights. What do you guys think?
About fucking time. Like, remember how MIT almost got top 8 just doing back 1-2 Trident Rush?
Yeah, his Bill of Goods Batgirl got bodied in round 1 of the tournament, and he just went to a really brain dead Aquaman by his own admission.
Right. Let's think about how bad his Aquaman was still doing scoop into sweep, trying to get an OTG like it was May.
Yeah, like he was just like the Return of Donkey Discs Aquaman. Like,
Donkey Disc.
yeah, like, I mean, even MIT was like, my Aquaman's a bill, I'm just doing back 1-2 Trident Rush, and Denzel was like, yep, Aqua Bill, and he got top 16.
Believe that.
Yeah.
He's not Teddy Long.
Yeah.
Believe that, player.
Player? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Malik,
Awesome.
your Martian's a bill. Yep, it's a bill. Like, what the fuck, man? Chef basically made winner's top 8, just counterpicking with his team of top tier characters every matchup. He used Black Adam, Green Lantern, and Aquaman depending on the matchup. We had Nubs and King in the top 8. The only Sinestro we saw in the top 8 was the biggest bill of goods, King's Bill Sinestro. Bill Estro, that Sinestro, I don't think he's ever taken a life bar against anyone. Christian, if you're listening, please stop. As a
He kept
Midwestern
trying
person,
to push block, and
He
kept
barely
fucking-
lost the first game.
it's bad. Yeah, the Green Lantern. You can't even beat Green Lantern with Sinestro. I'm telling you, man. Batman, your Batman is awesome. Stop this Sinestro
Yeah,
nonsense.
stay with that.
He barely lost. I was
King
like, what
King
the
Jr.
hell?
Sinestro was a bill too. Remember that at KIT? Stop these bills, King Brothers. Stop. It's like CD Jr.'s Kulao. It's just bad. Stop.
Wow. Shots fired.
Back 1-3 Spider and shit. Get out of here, man. That shit's a bill.
Back 1-3 Spider. Yeah.
Oh, the arachnid. I was like, what the fuck is Spider?
What's an arachnid, guys?
I don't think I think it's fine. I mean, it's
No.
I think it's a tournament that finally, like, the top tier actually won. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think it's like we said last week, it's the utility characters. You gotta have a backup. Like, there's some matchups that just suck.
So what does this mean? I mean, Wonder Chef's whole argument on your King Hippo, what do you think? Did Chef win this weekend?
Yes. I think. I mean, we saw that Chef only revolved around these top characters, and it did fine. Malik Terry's trying to OTG Aquaman, like, almost beat Steve Sajam. Or did he? I don't even remember. Did he beat him?
He lost. It was close.
But barely, right?
He basically took Steve to the limit without even hitting him, just did chip damage.
Yeah. And I mean, is it but then again, is it a shocker that Aquaman's super broke? Like,
Yeah,
we're just
I mean, we
constantly,
all have him in the top 5 for a reason.
right. We're constantly being sold this bill that he's not that good. But I mean, hey, you want to get around Trident Rush? I've tried it. Trust me, I've tried to figure it out, but nothing to figure out, man.
Well, Wonder Chef said that he speculated that GGA couldn't compete with a complete meta, and PPJ and I got bodied. We both got 17th.
Well, I mean, the problem with the thing that's hard to, I mean, you did get bodied in tournament. I'll give him that. But one of the other things I have an issue with is that you ran the complete meta and you beat most of those guys.
Yeah, I had. Ultimately, Chef wins. I have no problem admitting that. When I beat him in the exhibition, everyone was like, "Where's the pop off?" And I said, "You did well in tournament. You won. You know, good shit." So there was no need to pop off. I'll hold that. But yeah, it's ironic that he won. But to me, I learned nothing from this weekend. Like, everything went exactly. His whole point was that we don't understand the meta. I didn't learn anything. Every match I played, like, I played Theo a bunch. I got bodied. Okay, I could have told you that. I knew I'd get bodied by him. I got bodied by Wound. I played everybody. I played DJT, and I did very well. My training with Waffles completely paid off. I did very well in the Green Lantern Catwoman matchup. My training with PPJ's Raven, I did very well against Ducky. If we played in tournament, it could go either way. I played that match fine. I've beaten Austin before, like Batman. I 3-0'd Nubcakes on stream. Like, it was fine. I know how to fight Batman. Just as Batman was one of his examples of characters that I wasn't ready for. And the best Batman, according to him, 3-0. Like, I did fine. I did fine against everybody I played, except the terrible Catwoman matchups. I played Big Boy and Casuals. I sent him to losers 2-0. He sent me home 2-0. We played Casuals. It went about even. It could have gone either way. I knew sitting down that this dude's really good, and I might lose. Unfortunately, my tournament placement doesn't show that I was actually I'm not as emo as you'd think. Like, I thought I played well all weekend. I had an opponent in winners that I simply had no chance against, and then a really good player I went even with, and we split sets, and that's it. So I'm really emo about my placement, but my play, I mean, Hippo and we played. I know the Deathstroke match. We had good games. Like, everyone I played, I played Slayer. I played Filipino Man a bunch on stream. After the team tournament, we had a really good set. My training with Gralix and Saucy Jack's Wonder Woman prepared me for him. Everyone I played, I did fine against it. Like, there was no moment where I was like, oh man, I had no idea how broke this character was. Like, it was all surprise. Aquaman won. I have him in my top 5. Like, nothing was unexpected. But I guess I have to hold that because he did better in the tournament. I guess there's nothing I can do but try again.
Yeah, I mean, again, with what you're saying is, like, to me too, like, my experience, like, I had to face 2 Martian Manhunters to get in the top 16, supposed 8-2 matchup. And my Martian Manhunter experience is from a player named Bad Larry, who apparently is not Jupiter.
He's pretty good. I played that.
Yeah. That's my experience against Martian Manhunter. I played him and I was like, all right, Dink can't be this good. I don't think he is. But shout-outs to Dink. I think he did extremely well, considering I talked a lot of shit. It might have been fake hype shit, but still. And he did very well, all considering. But yeah, I have Martian Manhunter experience a little bit, and it paid off. My Superman experience is sometimes I play my friends. I don't play Superman all the time. I think about it a lot, but I never... Like I said, a lot of this was theory panning out for me. I don't play online. I only play with my local guys, and I think about the game while I'm at work. That's it. And despite that, I did pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of emo about it. Not because I got bodied, I'm emo that I couldn't show it. And I know every turn... Dude, playing Catwoman's pretty hard. Like, I'm going to Final Round next weekend, and I really don't know if I can get top 8. I'm going to try my best, but I could lose to a lot of people. There's a lot of good players. There's a lot of hard matchups. I never said that I would body the complete meta. I said I understood the complete meta. But I guess that's not good enough, and I have to hold that.
Pretty much.
Like, I don't...
How depressing.
It's weird, because ultimately, Chef and I don't actually disagree. His point that I wouldn't be able to win if I had to fight the top tier is true. Am I not saying that about Catwoman? Like, I never said I could beat them. I just think I should be allowed to talk about the matchups. And I think this weekend, if you prove that, like, can I please talk about the Batman matchup now? Please?
I think so.
That's all I'm asking. Slips, what do you think?
Yeah, it was stupid. I don't know why. I never understood the whole talking point of what we don't. For some reason, like, we're fucking idiots and we don't know how to play the game. All of a sudden, whatever.
If anything, a popular comment I heard in casuals was, "Wow, I didn't know the Catwoman match as well as I thought," which is pretty funny coming from that region. Like, maybe my knowledge of matchups is actually quite good. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, same thing here. I mean, they come from a region very populated by Deathstroke. And between Immortal Angel and his brother and Cash and Eris before.
Who is returning. I talked to Eris briefly. He played Tekken and SCR, that's why he's not back, and he plans on, he's back for EVO.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rip is going to play with him too. You know, Reebal Parpool!
Yeah, did PPJ go in on that?
We saw Rip outside at one point, and we were both going, Reebal Parpool, but he wouldn't answer.
Did he hear it, though?
I don't know if he didn't hear, or if he was just like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
He no-sold it.
Yeah, it's super
racist.
He no-sold it.
Dude. PPJ wasn't in a state to do much of anything. He was hella emo during SCR.
Yeah. Guamo and Asian Tom did kind of un-emo him. But
Asian Tom? Like,
yes, Asian Tom.
No, Asian Tom is this cool dude that hangs out with Ducky. I can't remember his gamer handle. It's like Thunder something.
Yeah,
everyone just calls him Asian Tom. And he's Ducky's friend. He hung out with us all weekend, just like last year. He's fucking tight. And he kind of cheered PPJ up. Also, Guamo and PPJ were listening to music together, like they were sharing headphones.
What?
Yeah,
like one earbud each?
One earbud each, and they were dancing to the music and shit.
What?
Yeah.
Guamo also baked us cake that was really good.
What?
What kind of
Yeah. It was some kind of... What was it? Like, it was red.
Red Velvet, I think.
Whatever it was quite good.
Yeah.
As well as Goldfish's, her MK cupcakes.
Yes. I got MK cupcakes and I got Top 8 cupcakes. It was pretty sweet.
So, what else happened there?
Let's see.
Theo won.
Theo won. Yeah, we haven't even talked about that. Aquaman's so boring, we skipped over that.
Yeah.
He was the second favorite to win, so.
Yeah.
Everybody was.
Yeah, when Max put that poll up on TYM, who did you think was gonna win? I was like, well, Theo.
Right.
It was interesting because it was the first time that the favorite actually won. I remember when he posted that same thread for the East Coast tournament just before that. Like no one picked KDZ to win. It was like there was no way. So it's the first time that the favorite actually won.
He wanted it bad, though.
He did.
Yeah.
I don't think that anyone in the top 8 was as good as him.
Me neither.
Plenty of good players in the top 8, but I do think on that day he was the best player in the top 8.
Him and King was awesome. That one was a really
That
good.
was good.
Imagine if King didn't hit the start button.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have changed everything. He
Yeah,
seemed
that's
really intact with Black Adam, and Theo made some great reads in the end. Like he threw out some jump twos that were just on point, that were pretty risky, and he did it.
Yeah, Theo's one of the best I've played. He was the best player I played that weekend. I think he absolutely deserved to win. He wanted it more than anyone. I think it's cool that he's one of the few guys that when everyone was shitting on this game, he was one of the few guys that was saying, I think this game's fun. When people were like, there's no footsies, he's like, yeah, there are, it's just different. When people were like, there's no anti-air, he's like, yeah, it is, it's just a little bit different. Like preemptive jump 1 and trip guard, like it's in there, it's just different. He was one of the main guys saying, if you don't like this game, then just like go back to MK, but leave us alone. I like this game. I've never seen him say anything negative about this game. When people were freaking out about Scorpion, he was calm. When people were freaking out about anything, he was calm. He was always like, let's keep giving this game a chance. And it paid off. At EVO, he had a heartbreaker. The game paused. He ended up losing to Slayer. We'll never know how he would have done there. At NEC, he had that heartbreaking loss against Tyrant. That put him into losers. That put him into, he had to fight Ducky, someone who was a big threat to him. He's always said that, I remember when he had to fight a Tyrant to get in the top 8, he was talking to me, and he's like, I'm really nervous. Like, this is the guy, he's the one that beats me the most at Wednesday night fights, and he was still upset about that NEC loss. So, that was like his biggest challenge to get in the top 8. It's interesting that's how it worked out. And that match was probably the best match in the top 16, I'd say.
Yeah, that was really good.
So it's funny because he's such a boring playstyle and it's a boring top tier character, but he was a hero. He's like a baby face. I was happy to see him win.
He is a baby face.
Javon the Carpathian.
Yeah.
Vigo.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was just a great tournament to be a part of. I was super happy to be up there with the top 8 guys. It's something I felt like I truly deserved, and it finally paid off. So that, to me, this tournament, very special place in my heart, for sure.
How was like the casuals and the hotel?
The shenanigans.
The hotel shenanigans were great. Some of my favorite. I haven't traveled lately, other than like places you can drive to. This is the first time I've been to like a major out of state or out of our region in forever. So like a bunch of these guys I haven't seen King Hippo in person in a year.
It's like you never left.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I've never really met Theo before. We kind of briefly met at Evo, but like he wasn't Hollywood enough to talk to me at the time. He's like, "Hey, I'm Javon." I'm like, "Yeah, get out of here, dude. Like, you're not relevant in MK. Move along, son."
Yeah,
he was like, "Oh, okay." So now he's like a big name, and I'm like, "Oh, Javon, let's talk for hours about matchups." Like, he's now good enough to talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm kidding,
Wow.
sort of.
There was so much real talk.
And yeah, we had a blast. Slayer is awesome because he takes everything so seriously. He's super emotional. I don't know if that's his personality or because he's high all the time.
Did he smell like weed?
Dude, the whole venue.
Yeah,
Like,
they
if you guys-
all are
yeah.
like that. Even Compton gets high after the tournament.
It's legal there.
Yeah, they all are. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Slayer and Nubs, my God. Will smoke
Nubs?
anyone under the
Really?
table. Nub Cakes is an insane fight. Oh, he's going, "What's up, brother? Yo,
Yeah.
what's up, brother?" He's
Yeah,
awesome, though.
Nubs,
Nubs
after we played our exhibition, he's like, "Man, it was really good to meet you." And I'm like, "Well, we actually met last year. We played in tournament." Oh, yeah. It's like we met again. He's super chill.
Yeah.
He got bodied by King, then bodied by me, and he was just like, "Oh, man, these exhibitions just aren't going my way today, are they?" He doesn't
Like
give a
fucking
fuck.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
care. He was just like, "Oh, whatever, man."
She's the Theodore Logan of the NRS community.
Yeah, and he was just, I don't think anything could bother him.
Oh,
He was
awesome.
super chill.
Yeah.
Also, Tyrant and Slayer are really funny together. P-Board and what's her name were really fun. They housed us. P-Board's house, he has like this loft in his home, and it's like a shrine to horror movies. He has like a fucking shelf that's nothing but replicas of Jason's hockey masks.
What?
Yeah, like they're
tight.
like super high quality. P-Board left for a minute, and PBJ put one on, and he put his hood over it, and he was like walking around pretending to be Jason. It was pretty tight. And P-Board came in, and he was like, "That's really expensive." It was awesome.
Did he do
Wow.
any magic tricks for you?
He did not, but he has magic props and magic awards from competitions in it all over his house.
Dude, he is a legit magician, like, in Las Vegas and shit.
Yeah, like, he actually had a show. He
Yeah.
he had to leave us because he had a gig to do.
That's awesome.
That's his job.
He's been on, like, The Tonight Show and shit.
He's been on Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, he had a bunch of awards. He had his wall. He had a bunch of plaques and medals and shit that he's won competitions. It's tight.
Magic is tight.
So he also won MK. We should probably talk about that briefly. I know there's a few people that still play MK.
I enjoyed it. Fuck you. Fuck you guys.
We just said Theo deserved to win Injustice. P-Board was the guy that deserved to win MK.
He still plays, like, that's his game.
Yeah, he still plays all the time. So does Slayer. There's a few of those guys up there that still play all the time. And he really, really wanted to win. I think most of us were just like, "Oh, we'll play for fun," and he wanted to win. So I'm glad that he won. He deserved to win. He was definitely the sharpest, best player at the time. Like, there's no doubt. I think he's better now than he was back in the day.
Yeah, I think so.
I know someone there asked me after I lost to him, do you feel that he's better now, or is it did he beat you because you're rusty, or did he beat you because he's good? And he's just good. He just won.
You beat King too.
Yeah, my play wasn't 100%, but it was definitely good enough, and he just won. He's a guy that I've played 1,000,000 times in the past, and this was his best play. The mistakes that he used to make a year ago, and the reason I beat an Ermac, he wasn't doing. And I can't sit here and say, oh, I was rusty, I don't play anymore. Bullshit. He just played well. He was the best player there for sure. So it's tight. I hope, though, that he goes and starts playing Injustice, because he's secretly really fucking good. I played casuals with him, and he was doing well against me, and I was thinking, he was the first person from SoCal that he played. And he was super competitive, and I was like, this sucks, because he supposedly doesn't play, so if he's giving me trouble, imagine their best players. But then I got emo, and he's like, no, dude, he doesn't practice a lot, but he still plays with Slayer and Tyrant and those guys, and he's he was actually probably among the most solid people that I played there. Hippo, have you ever played him?
I've only played him once in an online set for our 5v5, and it was really close. He's good.
Offline, yeah, I thought his understanding of the game and shit was good. So he told me now that he's 1MK, that game's kind of over, and he'd give it another chance, maybe pick up a new character. If he does that, look out. Same with Filipino Man. Filipino Man kind of plays at Wednesday Night Fights, and he mostly practiced in the mirror. But when I played him, I thought he was super solid. I predict Filipino Man gets a major top 8 if he continues to play with the Wednesday Night Fights guys.
That brings up another blow up.
Well, say it. You brought it up, so you gotta do it.
So yeah, Filipino Man and Goomba.
Ooh.
We gotta talk about it.
Well, everyone thought Goomba was the favorite based on KIT.
Yep.
And he was. I mean, everyone pretty much laughed at.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was a joke, Filipino Man.
But when you call someone out right after they make a top 8, that's the reaction you're gonna get.
Yeah, people were just this guy's gotta be joking, right? Everyone thought it was a troll. And he was like, no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
And then, not only did he win, decisively won. What happened to Goomba in the tournament?
MIT.
Really?
Yeah, he lost to Chef in a really close game. Then he lost to MIT in a really close game. It was the Chef one was on screen. It came down to the last read. And MIT was off stream, and that came down to the last read.
Wow.
I think he lost to Chef and MIT.
Yeah, I stomped on that Goomba. Yep.
I stomped on that Goomba. Yep.
Yep.
You wasn't ready. Wasn't ready for that Aquaman, you know?
That Wonder Woman was a bill. Yep.
They're not the aliens from fucking Sesame Street.
Yep.
The bill.
That's part of the cadence. It's just,
That Dine is a bill. Mopped her up.
Yep.
Yep.
Radio.
Yep.
Oh, and then Goomba and Reno and Trey disappeared for all Saturday. They were confirmed. They were presumed dead until they
went to a strip club, and Reno built up a $1,500 tab.
Yeah, they got Omega wasted.
Yeah, and then they came back in the room and were super drunk.
Yeah, it was Trey and Sajam had an interesting little tiff.
I didn't know that.
Did you guys see that?
No.
Oh, after their tournaments. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so Sajam and Trey played, right? It was Nightwing versus not Nightwing, Martian Manhunter versus Hot Girl. Pretty close in winners, and I believe Steve clutched it out both times in winners, and then they played again in losers. After the end of the losers set, they go up, and Steve's like, "Yeah, SoCal," and he goes, "Stop mashing." Obviously a jab at the constant mace charges and wing evade threes. And Trey's just like, bruh, them better not come to final round, yo. And it was I don't know, he just goes, "Stop mashing," really loud. Trey was pissed. I don't know. I mean, it's Hot Girl. What else is he gonna do? Not mash the fuck out of mace charge? Like, sorry, Steve.
So yeah, it was not a good weekend for Atlanta. There's nothing you can really say about it. They have a week. He can redeem himself in a week, but Goomba was actually a pretty good sport about it. He was just like, well, that sucks. Oh well.
Yeah, it's really all you can say, I guess.
Filipino Man did get a big scalp in the tournament, too. He sent PPJ to losers. Neither of them really placed that high, though, so I don't really think it's fair to say that Filipino Man is the Wonder Woman of America because he won the mirror and got one scalp, especially since Goomba already has PPJ's long, black, flowing lock scalp. So I guess that just means that really we now know Filipino Man's for real, that the West Coast guys were bellowing him. They're onto something, and he's a force to be reckoned with in the future. He also beat PR Barog in AE with Rose. That's tight.
What?
Yeah, he got 9.
What?
Yeah.
With Rose?
Yeah.
PR Log?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Spyro. Dude, Rose is so awesome.
She's awesome, yeah. I gave him props for that. After playing him, I was like, your Wonder Woman's whatever. Rose is tight. Keep it up.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Isn't PR Rog like our best Street Fighter 4 player in the country?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty
win.
crazy.
It's a scalp for sure.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So what else happened in this tournament? What were the other blow-ups?
What happened to Ducky?
Oh, yeah, Ducky.
He lost to White Boy, didn't he?
He got sent to losers by Legend, his Flash. I didn't see it, but apparently it was pixel health. It was one of those absolute pixel health things.
That's a hard match.
Yeah, and he was pretty emo about it, but he shook it off. He won a run back in losers finals of the pool. Then he got 13th. He lost to White Boy. White Boy honestly just crushed him. He overwhelmed him, just like Wound. He went in and just crushed him.
It's another hard match.
Yeah, that's considered a hard match. And when he beat Newbie at NEC, he was just kind of like Newbie was just impatient and didn't really know the match. And White Boy beat him in the team tournament as well. So White Boy beat him in teams and beat him in tournament later. I don't know if it's really a blow-up. Ducky's really good. I got to finally play him. He plays Raven perfectly, but Flash and Doomsday, what are you going to do?
Those are hard.
Yeah,
it's the complete meta. Like, dude's a character loyalist, and he lost 2 over hard matches. He also played Tyrant in an exhibition and got mopped up, and I asked him, he got like 5-1 or something like that, and I was like, so are you emo? And he's like, nah, my ideas worked a little bit. I still need to work on it. He's still going to play all Raven.
Yeah, those matchups are hard for her because those are characters that kind of blow up zoning. So you're forced to keep them out with footsie tools, and her footsie tools are just okay.
Yeah, that was the one thing he was tearing about all weekend. I asked him if he wanted... one of the things I do in hotel shenanigans is reasonable buffs for your character. What are the reasonable buffs you want? And I determine if they're reasonable or not. And better footsies. He wanted her down 1 to have a little bit more reach. That was his reasonable buff. So I mean, Ducky,
pretty reasonable, yeah.
Not really a blow up 13th. It happens to everyone. I think we're starting to learn that. You know, I think a month ago we would have been like, 13th, blown up, washed up, irrelevant, get fucked. Austin is the best Raven. But we just saw King go from 17th to 3rd. We've seen WoW not make top 8. We've seen, at this point, this game's matchup based. You're going to lose those matchups sometimes, no matter how good you are.
Yeah, I agree.
So I asked him if getting 13th is going to make him any less cocky, and he said, no, I'm the best, hold that. So yeah, no real change there.
Now I asked him...
You still don't like his hair?
God, it's the worst. I will give him props, though. I will give him props. He introduced me to Jack in the Box milkshakes. They are really good.
Yep. You didn't know that?
I did not. We don't have Jack in the Box here.
Really?
We do not.
That's sad.
What are you talking about?
I've never seen a Jack in the Box around here. Are you talking about the Lou?
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking the Lou.
I think you're thinking of the Lou.
Chicago doesn't have Jack in the Box? That can't be true.
Dude, that's a blow-up. Jack in the Box is awesome.
Yeah, let's talk about In-N-Out. It's a bill.
Oh my god, it's such a bill.
It's a bill.
What?
It's a fucking bill. It's okay. It's like, it's not that it's bad.
What are you talking about?
It's not that it's bad. It's just whatever. Like, what's the hype?
Whatever? What do you mean whatever?
It's
good.
no meatheads.
Meatheads isn't even a fucking fast food chain.
I think it's a chain. It's
What
all
the
over.
fuck is Meatheads?
It's not. It's a. There's like maybe 3 or 4 meatheads in Chicago. That's not a fast food chain. You can't compare a non-fast food chain with a fast food chain.
Isn't In-N-Out only in SoCal?
It's in Arizona.
Yeah,
it is?
there's.
I didn't know that.
It's a
We don't
West.
have them here.
It's more of a West Coast kind of thing.
Why are they so fiercely proud of it?
Because it's good as fuck.
It's okay. What makes it so good?
It's super good quality for fast food, man.
I think one of the
It
most
never
attractive
fails.
things.
Like it's like the Chick-fil-A of burgers.
Is it better?
That's Chick-fil-A is on. I mean, come on, man.
Is it better than Wendy's?
I'd say
no.
Wendy's is in this region the best, and then if I lived in that region, I would probably have In-N-Out like either as the same tier as Wendy, if not one step above.
How?
Really?
Dude, like it's always good. Like, you know how some fast food chains, you know, it's good depending on the location. Like, well, the one on this street's good, but the Steak and Shake on this street sucks. Or there's good ones and there's bad ones sometimes. I've had bad Wendy's before, but I've never, I mean, I don't live there, but every time I had, you could just tell by the way things were conducted there. It was always going to be, it's like Chick-fil-A, like, you can tell, like, the way they do shit there is serious business.
Yeah, I've never had bad Chick-fil-A.
I'll say this. I like how In-N-Out doesn't fuck around. Like, we have burgers, we have fries, we have shakes.
I like that too.
They don't muddy their waters with this taco and this fish horse shit.
That's what I mean. Like, they have their shtick, and they do it very well, and
What they use,
they're
like,
not going to fail on that.
they use like some weird cheese sauce or something. That's their.
They have the sauce. Yeah, they have the sauce.
I don't,
It's
I
pretty
don't know
good.
if I'd like that.
It's not bad. Like, you look at it and you're like, I don't know if I'd like that, but you don't even notice really.
What do you think is better, tacos or those gyro things?
Gyros?
Gyro.
Tacos.
I'm gonna have to say tacos, but gyros are underrated. Like, they're not bad. Like, we have a place in Arizona that makes gyros, and I've had them. They have like ones they're called hamburger, where they roll up, you know, a big thing of beef in a gyro wrap, and they put, you know, the works on it.
Dude, that's
Pretty
the
good.
gyro. It's not a euro.
It's a hero.
It's a
It's
hero.
not a gyro.
It's spelled with a G.
It's
Yeah,
a hero.
Okay, we're fucking American douchebags. And we just see something and we pronounce it how the way we think it should be pronounced. But it's Greek. It's actually pronounced hero.
Yeah,
That's what I always thought.
Are you serious?
We should ask Tom. Tom in the thread answer. Like, how do you say euro?
I'm sure he will. Okay. I like
You
to
guys ever
you
have
live in
those,
Oklahoma. I'm sure you don't know about this stuff.
call them gyros.
You guys ever have those? What are they called? They're like at pizza places. The
Calzone?
no. What the
Pizza?
fuck are they called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't. You haven't.
They have
described-
them at Sbarro.
Sbarro? It was 1996? Who goes to
No,
Sbarro's anymore?
Because at the airport they have them, and PPJ's like, "What's that?" And I'm like obsessed with them.
What, well, those Hot Pocket type things?
Yeah, they're like high class hot pockets. What are they called?
Calzone.
No, it's something else.
I thought they are.
That
called-
is a calzone. That's
Yeah.
No,
literally
they're not.
what it is.
Well, then we don't know what you're talking about.
Let's call it a calzone.
No, it's something else. Sbarro has them.
Sbarro's.
Dude, Sbarro's nasty except for these things.
Yeah, Sbarro's is a bill.
Yeah, Sbarro's is a bill except these things are good.
I just remembered laughing at how huge their pizza was. Like, this pizza size is enormous. Do they even have those anymore?
Yeah, they still have them.
I say I don't see. There hasn't been one in Arizona in years, dude.
I don't like going to a pizza place and not getting pizza though.
These are basically pizza products. What the fuck are they?
It's not a pizza, though.
I agree. Pizza is the best.
Yeah, you can't top pizza.
I hate it. Like, I used to watch football, and I used to order pizza and wings, but they don't really go well with each other.
Oh, Stromboli.
Stromboli, they're godlike.
Those
Sbarro
are good.
Strombolis are godlike.
Yeah, they are good.
Stromboli, that's the other Italian food you always see. They're not bad. They're pretty good, actually. Yeah, I agree with that.
They're flat out good. You're crazy. They're good.
Is there any bad Italian food?
No. Oh,
Gabagool?
yeah, there is. There is.
Gabagool.
Fucking cannolis. Cannolis are bad.
What?
What?
Oh,
No.
You're an idiot.
I don't ever had one.
I tried
They're
that
good.
cannoli and hated it.
You barely tasted it. You were like a fucking child. You nipped the fucking cream with your tongue. You're like, "Meh," and you made a face and threw it away.
I didn't like it.
You didn't even try it.
I didn't like it.
Because you didn't try. You
I
didn't
know-
like it before you even looked at it.
I didn't like the texture of it.
The texture.
Of the cream?
I didn't
It's
like.
cream.
I didn't like it.
You're an
You don't-
idiot.
You don't like cream?
I don't want cream.
Well, let's be serious here. You couldn't separate the cream from the fucking roll, and so you didn't like it.
Yeah.
Because you have to eat so fucking particular.
I just didn't like it. Leave me alone. What's wrong with not
No,
liking something?
you didn't want to separate. You know, when you eat your burger, you take the bun off, and then you eat the fucking bread
That's
by
fucking
itself,
weird,
and then
dude.
you eat the burger with your bare hand.
You eat just the meat.
That's
yeah,
not true.
that's
With
weird.
that's not. Hold on. That's not true.
bullshit. That's how you eat your burgers. I
No,
see
it's
you
not.
at Tony's
No,
all
stop.
the time.
Stop. The grilled
You
chicken.
stop.
Stop. You stop. The grilled chicken Swiss, I eat separate. The hamburger, everyone can back me up. The hamburger I eat with the bun on. Asshole. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You take it off. You're full
No,
of shit.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I've
The
seen you
chicken-
do it.
Bullshit. The chicken sandwich I eat with the bun off. No garnish, no bun.
Bullshit.
However, the hamburgers at Tony's, I like the bun. They have those brand new buns. You're an idiot. I eat cheeseburgers with buns on it. You're wrong. You don't know the fuck you're talking about.
No,
I
I've
was
seen
just
you do it.
on this
Maybe
show. I
you
was
option
endorsing.
select, and sometimes you don't. But I've seen you do it.
Normally, I like the bun.
I
I just
don't
had a
think anyone
cheeseburger
cares.
at Tony's last night, and I had that bun. Idiot.
My God.
That bun.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking stupid.
Ugh.
I'm just saying you don't like cannolis just because, pretty much because you didn't want to like it.
I want to like. You don't think I want to like new food? Look at me.
Dude.
Sorry,
Who
I don't
doesn't
like.
want to like food?
Yeah, sorry, I don't like your Italian desserts.
You're an idiot.
Maybe your people don't make the best desserts in the world like you think. Sorry.
Gelato?
Dude, gelatos, get out of here.
It's like
That
ice.
sounds nasty.
It's actually pretty.
That was another thing. You didn't even try that. It
Oh, we
sounds.
learned that.
Listen to you. It sounds nasty. You're like a
Yeah.
child. Fucking baby Huey.
Well. Oh, how about those
Alright.
fighting games?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I got a
Alright,
question.
Alright.
If you had like a twin, right?
hmm
They're completely identical to you.
Like Morty and Sal.
I guess, yeah.
So one's evil.
No, I mean you're both fine. It's whatever. One of them is like, he's in the public eye, and he's gonna go on a show, like a movie or something, and he's gonna be naked, and so he's gonna be exposed. Therefore, you're gonna be exposed.
hmm
Would you be opposed to him? Would you talk like, dude, like, don't do this? Like, if you're naked, I'm naked. Like, would you have a problem with that?
No.
Wait, is it a twin or is it like a clone?
It's a twin.
No, that's on him.
But, I mean,
It's not you.
but
It
it
looks
is
like
you.
you.
It's identical to you.
A clone would be different.
Why would that be any different?
Because your paths and lives take you different places.
What?
No one's even gonna know. Like you said, you're not only there in the public eye. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, if you're not famous, who cares?
You can't even brag about saying, "Oh yeah, I'm such and such as." Imagine if Halle Berry had a twin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, I'm Halle Berry's twin, and then Halle Berry is like, all of a sudden she's fucking topless in Swordfish. All of a sudden, all of your friends have seen you naked. All of your guy friends that are trying to get with you, they're all jerking off and shit. They're all having sex with you.
How can you stop this, though?
Yeah, I mean, dude, you would
decision.
confront your twin. You'd be like, dude, what are you doing?
So Halle Berry 2, Electric Boogaloo, goes up to Halle Berry 1 and is, I will slap you if you do Catwoman. Expose yourself in this leather outfit. Would the twin have convinced her not to do Catwoman?
I hope so.
Yeah. That's a bill.
build. Yeah, that's one of the biggest bills.
Wait, was it even hyped up, though? Let's be serious.
No, I think everyone knew it sucked before it even came out.
Right.
That was like her downfall, was that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, her career has never recovered.
Halle Berry's one of the biggest Oscar bills. That's another list I have, by the way. Oscar bills. Guys that have won.
Gooding Jr.?
Yes, Cuba Gooding Jr.
He's a bill.
He's number one.
Bill.
Unquestionable number one.
Cuba Gooding, he's a bill. Yep. Yep, he's a bill. Yep.
Giant.
He's falling off, too.
Him, Halle Berry, Helen Hunt. Super bills.
Oh, Helen Hunt, I forgot. That's a bill,
She has an Oscar?
Yeah, she won for As Good as It Gets.
As Good as It, which is not a bill. Great movie.
Yeah, great movie. I love Jack Nicholson in that movie. How do you write women? I think of a man, and I take away all sense of reason and logic. He swaps off.
Reason and accountability.
Accountability, yeah. God, Jack is awesome. But yeah, she's a giant bill.
I like Helen Hunt. She was good on that show.
Mad
About
You? Like, my sister watched that shit.
I had a crush on her.
She was hot, man.
She was hot.
Get out of here.
She's a good-looking girl. Yeah, I'm not saying she's not good-looking. I'm just saying she's a bill.
What does that have to do with her getting an Oscar?
Makes you
She's a
like
good
her.
actress.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying she started being in good stuff after she won an Oscar.
She got old.
She's not that old.
Julia Roberts isn't in anything anymore. She's not a bill.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll concede this point somewhat.
Everyone has their time in the sun.
Yeah, but some older actresses are. Glenn Close is still in a lot of shit.
It's true. Glenn Close was just nominated for an Oscar like a year ago.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of them transcend their limelight.
I would
Meryl
argue.
Streep?
Yeah, I would argue that the talented actresses can withstand growing old. I mean, Dame Judi Dench is still in stuff.
Yeah. She's blind. She can't even.
Helen Hunt's stick is that she was the girl next door type girl.
Well, she needs to transition into being respectable.
Well, sometimes they don't get a chance to prove it. Sometimes they're just always stuck being associated with that type, like Elaine from Seinfeld.
Yeah. Well,
do we really think Elaine from? Do we think Julia Louis-Dreyfus is really a Billy Goods? Like, no, she can't get a job because she did such a good job.
She's won 2 Emmys since Seinfeld.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're a Bill.
Oh, you know who else is a Bill? Adrian Brody.
Yeah, he's a huge Bill. I
This
forgot
guy-
about him.
This guy won
Jude
an Oscar
Law.
for The Pianist. Jude Law's never won an Oscar, I don't think.
Okay, he's still a Bill. Everyone
No,
was
he's
like,
not. No, he's not. He
After
hasn't-
Children of Men, everyone's like, this dude is the shit. Bill. Or wait, that's the other guy. Who's the other fucking
That's
guy?
Clive
That's,
Owen.
Clive Owen.
Yeah, Bill.
It's not Jude Law.
Jude
Uh,
Well, they're both Bills.
in before all British people look the same, sound the same. Dude, there's this guy named Roberto Benigni, right? He won this for this. He's got this movie called Life is Beautiful. It's a
I remember
Holocaust
him.
movie.
It's a Holocaust
He's
movie, yeah.
super Bill. He
Yeah,
went on to make
I've-
a live action Pinocchio. It was the biggest piece of shit.
So
God.
speaking of Bills, let's talk about. I know probably more than Injustice, we often talk about bad wrestling. Not wrestling, bad wrestling. Have you noticed that? We're never like, did you see that Punk promo? That was good. It's all, do you remember
Bad wrestling is more entertaining.
Yeah. So let's discuss our favorite bills of good wrestlers. Wrestlers who were trumped up to be the next big thing and failed.
The Lex Express. Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Lex Luger, one of the greatest Bills of all time. A villain.
Okay,
narcissist.
The narcissist. Dude, he was done from the beginning. I remember when he was in WCW, he was the unfortunate guy that had to take the belt after Flair got pushed out of the company.
Yeah.
So he won without ever facing Flair and getting like his props. So he just got booed out of every building.
What, wasn't he the first to body slam
He
Yokozuna?
was.
Dude,
It was Bill.
But then he went on the Lex Express with his Zubaz pants, and he hates shaking children's hands, so it looked like he wanted to dip his dick in battery acid rather than shake their hand. Remember that?
He ended up beating Yokozuna by timeout. Like, he was such a Bill, they didn't want to put the belt on him.
He would always oversell. Like,
Yeah.
They would rake his back. He'd be like, ah!
And then he had that music where it's like, boom, boom, boom. It was that same beat for like 3 hours.
Let's give him props for his run in WCW.
No,
When
let's
he-
not.
Dude, he
okay.
was tag teaming with the Giant versus the NWO.
I'll say this. When he beat Hogan on Nitro to win the
Yes,
WCW
fuck
title,
yes.
huge moment.
Hold that.
He would then lose it a week later
Yeah.
at Road Wild. That does besides the point.
That was tight, though.
Yeah. Him beating him with the torture rack. Yeah, but Luger, big time Billy Goods. He's been pushed in every company, and every time he's just failed. He just can't, he can't connect with the crowd. Plain and simple.
Huge forehead, also.
Has an enormous forehead.
Next.
Killed Miss Elizabeth.
He did.
Next biggest bill, Sid Udy, a.k.a. Sid Vicious. This guy.
Oh my god. Talk about Bill. Every time he returns, you're like, this dude's tight. He's intense. This is going to be good. And then you remember that he's a Bill.
God, every time. In 1980s, he was pushing WCW, stabs Arn Anderson with scissors, now he's gone.
He did.
Yeah. 1990s, he comes as Sid Justice in the WWF, main events WrestleMania, and proceeds to shoot legit kick out of Hulk Hogan's finish. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's in the main event of a show that has two godlike matches that are overshadowed by fucking Sid and Papa Shango.
Papa Shango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge
Oh,
Bill.
Yeah, and then he was in WCW where he was the Millennium Man, and he was going to be the man of the 2000s. I remember at the end of 2000, Ric Flair's going, "There is the greatest superstar ever. He beats The Rock. He beats Austin. It's Sid Vicious." And you're like, wait, this guy in his jean shorts?
Remember when he broke his leg?
Dude, I watched that live.
It was crazy, dude.
It was one of the hardest things I've ever seen.
It was like flopping around.
Yes, it flopped.
Yeah.
Thank God Steiner didn't put him in the Steiner recliner and just covered him.
Did you ever hear the rumor that he shit his pants for The Undertaker?
I've
That's
heard
fact.
that.
Undertaker.
Yeah, it's true.
Undertaker talked about
he
it.
tombstoned him with shit in his pants.
God.
Oh,
He's such a Bill that in WrestleMania he actually shit himself.
He did.
what a
God.
shitter.
Yeah, a literal shitter. Number 4. Is this number 2 or number 3? 3. Number 3. Recently deceased Nelson Frazier Jr., a.k.a. King Mabel, a.k.a. Viscera.
Damn, you're blowing up the dead.
The guy's dead.
He died.
How'd he die?
I don't give a fuck. He was a Bill. This guy, remember when he came back as Big Vis with his satin pajamas and he proceeded to
Yeah.
hump all the jobbers?
Every fucking 2 years, they'd be like, we gotta push this guy.
Yeah.
He's huge and black. We gotta push him.
Right, and then after he was the satin pajamas, you hear, "Oh, calling all cause. He's taking over the airwaves," and you're like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Big Daddy V?
He sucks.
Yeah, he was
Do you
bad.
remember in 1999 on an episode he fought Mick Foley and his pants kept falling down?
Yeah.
He was wearing that big coat, too.
Yeah. That was supposed to when he was injured.
Shiny
He was supposed to injure Mick Foley before he could ref Austin versus Rock.
Right.
He failed at that.
He
Okay.
later wore that Missy Elliott garbage bag.
Yeah. It's like, get your freak on. That's what he looks like. And remember then he came back with Gangrel and they were supposed to body the Undertaker and they got beat in a handicap match.
Yeah.
God, they suck.
He didn't look in shape. He looked like a.
That's the problem though. WWE loves like big guys. They don't
He's
give a
like
fuck
6'8", so
He
Yeah.
looked like a fat mama.
He looked like Shelton Benjamin's mama.
I mean, he looked like
like Big Mama.
yeah, like he didn't look like he was a great wrestler.
He
was
looked like-
he wasn't in shape at all.
He looks like Medea. He won 1995 King of the Ring and proceeded to get shat upon by the Philadelphia crowd. It was awesome.
Yeah, I remember he sat on Undertaker and Undertaker had to wear a Phantom of the Opera mask.
Yeah.
Was that him? I thought that was like...
No, it was King fucking Mabel, dude.
Really?
Yep. This guy, man. I'm sad that he's gone. I liked him, but he was a Bill.
I hated him.
This match just sucked.
Yes. And number 4, Gene Snitsky. It wasn't his fault that he was a Bill, but he was, man. I mean, he caused Lita to have a miscarriage. That was his story, right?
Stupid.
And then he came out and was like, it wasn't my fault. And for some reason, they're like, let's put that in his music. And so his gimmick was baby killer. Yeah. Abortionist. Remember he walked to the crowd and was like, I have a baby. Here it is. And he pulled it out and he just punted it into the crowd.
Then he like dyed his teeth green and like...
Then he became Snitsky, where it was Snitsky. Yeah. And he was like this god among men. He shaved his eyebrows. Now he's Jesus Christ. He was like a mass murderer, and then he jobbed as Shelton Benjamin.
Got released.
Dude, CM Punk broke his nose giving him the GTS. Like, yeah, Snitsky can tag team along with the next biggest Bill, John Heidenreich. This guy... Remember when he came on the scene in 2003? His name was John Heidenreich, and he had Little Johnny was his friend. They implied that it was his
imaginary
penis.
Friend.
It was his penis, is what it was.
What?
Yes, Little Johnny, and he proceeded to body Steven Richards so hard it looked like he killed him, and that was all we ever heard of him.
I barely remember this dude.
Right, but then he came back in 2008 as Heidenreich. Heidenreich. Yes.
That was awesome. He was a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, he was a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, I remember.
And then he proceeded to... He raped Michael Cole while whispering poetry in his ear.
Yeah.
Remember this? Took him in the back and was like, I have a poem for you. Sticks and stones may break my bones. He was doing that whole thing. It was dumb. And then he became like a joke, like he was Heidenreich, but he would swing his arm to the tune of his own music. So his arm was going up as for every high. It was awesome. And then he joined the Legion of Doom. That was a huge bill. Legion of Doom 2008.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Sucked. Road Warrior Animal's belly was as big as a planet. Yeah, that was bad. Heidenreich, and then he just ended up getting released after he jobbed to Orlando Jordan, who was my 6th biggest bill. People keep hiring...
You're naming like jobbers now, dude.
No, Orlando Jordan's a bill.
No one even knows who he is.
All right. Here's a bill. Here's a controversial bill. Sting.
No, fuck out of here,
How about
dude.
that?
Sting is not a bill.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
Crow Sting is a bill.
You're fucking
Yes,
insane.
Crow Sting is a bill, man.
What are you talking about?
You are
You will
fucking retarded.
You will look at this guy in the future, and you're gonna realize he drew no houses. This guy was not a big sell when he left WCW.
He took out the fucking NWO.
Dude, that match was the end of
That
WCW.
match does suck.
That match
was
is
Hogan's
sucks.
fault. He paid for the fast count.
Dude, when he fought Razor Ramon, who wasn't Razor? Scott Hall. That was a great match.
No. When he fought Hogan at Starrcade, and they did that.
But the build-up was awesome.
No doubt. And they didn't deliver.
Well,
Plain and simple.
That's on Hogan.
if the match was just because a match was a bill of goods doesn't mean the whole character's a bill of goods.
No, not the character. I'm just saying, like in general, like this is when I'm talking about a bill, I'm talking about their whole, like, their drawing power, all this stuff. Sting did
People
not
love
live up.
Sting.
People
he was
like
always in the rafters.
in the
and
early
shit.
90s.
He was tight. He was one of the only wrestlers that had 2 special moves that could kill you.
Wasn't good enough to save
Special
WCW.
And that reverse DDT, that was tight.
Scorpion Death
His
Drop.
X-ray moves.
Yeah, he had 2 X-rays.
Man,
What are you
that breaks the
talking
rules
about?
of the game. They need to hot fix that shit.
Hot fix the Scorpion Deathlock.
I don't know about you. You've lost me on
I
Sting
don't
being
know.
a
These
bill.
are the bills of goods.
Sid
Gold
Vicious.
Dust, huge bill of goods.
What the fuck?
What?
Get the fuck out of here!
Sucks. Yes, he's terrible.
Goldust is having the biggest renaissance of any mid-90s
Oh,
wrestler.
I haven't been keeping up to date.
He's good now.
He
Oh,
was
is he
great
good?
back in
he
the
was
day.
he was always good though. Like
yeah,
what
he
he-
was always
No,
good.
he didn't do shit before.
You're
the
just
Goldust
homophobic.
character is awesome.
Let's keep in mind that Slips, who's super homophobic.
All right. Forget.
What?
Okay, let's. What?
All
Wait.
right. Anyway, so maybe he's better than I thought.
All right.
Kane.
Here's another one.
Kane's a
Kane?
huge bill.
No.
No,
I don't
way.
Kane's a bill. He doesn't do anything but fight the Undertaker and lose.
They shit on Kane. He's
They
way
do shit
down
on
there.
Kane.
They always do.
Kane
but
should be on Undertaker's level, and he's
Right.
just a shitter.
But I think he's still pretty relevant. He's Citizen Kane now, but he's still on television in a big spot.
Steiner.
Everyone thinks
like the other brother.
Everyone thinks of the
He's like
first 2
Owen
years
Hart.
of Kane. Since then, he's been shit.
I will agree his unmasked turn was pretty.
That was weak.
I mean, he wasn't doing shit even when he was masked.
His little thing with Tori was dumb.
The X-Pac, the tag team. That was
X-Pac. All right, here's another big bill, and this one everyone can agree on. Jeff Jarrett.
Huge bill. Huge
Jeff,
bill.
Double J himself.
Remember when he tried to get over the word slap nuts?
Yeah.
Listen here, Jurassic slap ass. Say that to Gene Okerlund.
Yeah,
the only thing cool about him was his guitar. They even buried him in the Rise of WCW DVD. They were just like, he broke 1,000 guitars and never drew a dime.
Bill.
Stole honky tonks.
And he started TNA. Bill.
And the problem was he was on top of TNA for so long, having these hokey matches. Because he's like, one of the problems with Jarrett, have you ever seen him kick out of a move? He just lifts his arm up, like he doesn't actually like kick out. It's super unhype, and like you don't even know he kicked out. That's why that's another big reason people hate him. He's too phony. He's one of those guys you're like, oh, wrestling's fake. Look at that guy. He's obviously doing like eye pokes and these big, long selling. He does like Luger style selling. It's bad.
This is now officially a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
And I like it.
My last biggest bill is Samoa Joe.
Fuck you. No way. He's good.
Samoa Joe, this guy was talked up as the god of the indies. Like this guy.
TNA don't know how to fucking book.
I agree, but still, it's not. This guy
shit in ROH is godlike.
Oh yeah, Punk versus him and Punk.
Amazing.
Yes, but he did not. I mean, this guy was hyped up for a couple years, but he just slid right the fuck off.
He's in TNA. Can you really be a Bill if you're in TNA? Yeah.
You got a good point. But still, I even think his match quality is dipped. I just think this guy
doesn't give a shit anymore.
That's
Would
true.
you really care if you were in TNA?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, get out of here.
Bill.
TNA is a bill.
You know what else was a bill?
What's that?
When the Ultimate Warrior came back to start the OWN, and then nothing ever happened.
I lift myself to the gods, and I send the stars of the Ultimate Warrior. Dude, he's awesome.
He got like a 30-minute promo.
He's a huge Bill. Remember when he was appearing in like Hogan's mirror, and Hogan could see him talking in the mirror?
Get out of here, brother! Dude.
The smoke.
Dude, remember?
I know, like, the $1 Million Man hated him.
Yeah.
They hate, like, in real life, they hate each other.
He changed his name to Warrior.
Yeah.
That's his legal name.
The dude wasn't in a match in WCW. Like, he just did a run-in and, like, sprained his ankle and tore his abdomen.
Yeah.
This guy sucks. He's one of the biggest bills of all time, I would say.
Yeah, he's a huge bill.
Like, if
$1
you look
Million
at
Man was, like, the best. He was
I
the
love
best
$1 Million Man.
Yes.
He's one of the best of all time.
His music.
His music, his laugh.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He has, like, one of the best, like, sticks. Like, he had, like, this, he brought up, like, a little kid. He was like, alright, little kid, how would you like $500? And he was just like, judging by the looks of you, like, it was like this little black kid. He was like, judging by the looks of your family, you probably need it. I was like, oh my god.
Yes,
and then, like, he's like, this is all you gotta do. He's like, this is a basketball. And then he, like, looks over to Vern. He was like, a poor man's sport. He was like, all you gotta do is bounce the ball. All you gotta do is just bounce the ball, and you get $500 for you and your deadbeat family. I was like, oh my god. He was like, you just gotta bounce it 15 times. So, like, the little kid's bouncing it, and he's counting. And then right as he gets to, like, 15, he, like, kicks the ball away. He's like, oh, you're so shitty.
That was in, like, the 80s.
Yeah, it was awesome.
God, the $1 Million
oh my
Man.
god. It was like, and the kid, he looked so distraught. He was like, what? Like, it didn't seem like he was part of it. It was great.
He's one of the last great character heels. Like, that guy is amazing. Everything about him was awesome. It's a shame they never had a title run.
Yeah, I think he could have been a world champ.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Well, back in that day, heels weren't champion.
Yeah. him and Perfect are the guys they say like these
Mr.
guys were
Perfect
champions.
was great. Yeah.
Dude, the gum, how he'd slap
Bounce
it
the
out.
gum. Yeah, that was tight.
Would you
Remember-
keep the gum?
No.
Remember his promos with the Genius where he'd be like playing ping pong, be like, Hogan, I know you can't do this, and he'd hit it with his left hand and his right hand.
Yeah. Dude, the Genius.
The Genius.
He is underrated. I liked him.
Yeah.
Macho Man's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lanny Poffo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I
Randy
liked it when the
Savage.
$1 Million Man teamed up with that other fucking tax guy, and they were called the IRS.
IRS. Erwin R.
Schweitzer.
Yes.
What was
Did
their
you-
tag team name? It was like
Money Incorporated.
That's right. Yeah.
Did you do your taxes? Interestingly enough, IRS is the father of current WWE megastar Bray Wyatt.
That's
Yes,
true.
that's right.
Yes.
And
IRS.
his brother is Bo Dallas on NXT.
Bo Dallas. Have you seen Bo Dallas's gimmick?
No.
The smiling thing.
Yeah, Bo Dallas's gimmick is that he's such an unbearable babyface that he's a heel.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, do you guys believe in me? And they're going, boo! And he's like, are you guys saying bo or boo? It's awesome. I love that, though. Like, the babyface that's so good that he's a heel. It's awesome. Doesn't cheat. Doesn't even cheat. All he needs to do is just be a dumb, smiling idiot.
Hippo, how did you get into wrestling?
Well, when I was a kid, I would watch it on and off, and my parents were like, I don't know if I want to watch that wrestling stuff. Because that was around the time, the Attitude Era. And it was a little racy for kids, give or take. Unfortunately, the first time I really, really got into it was, and not fading in and out, started getting into like the dirt sheets and stuff, was 2000's WCW.
Oh, no.
Which is hilarious. It's so laughably bad.
So
Like,
you were past the 80s era. You were in the 90s, right?
Right, I was in the 90s, right, but I went back and watched it all.
Right.
Definitely. But when I was first watching, it was 2000's WCW. First pay-per-view I ordered, my parents, for God bless them, for some reason, were like, we'll spend $50 on this shit. Was the Great American Bash 2000.
Oh, my God.
Oh
Featuring-
my god.
That's
featuring-
shit.
Yes, featuring some classics such as the Mama Lukes of Johnny the Bull and Big Vito versus Chronic, Brian Clark and Brian Adams, God rest his soul.
Chronic.
And the gimmick was that Big Vito would never take off his hardcore belt. So like they'd be beating him up and he'd have the hardcore belt on and then he'd dip and Johnny the Bull would just get his ass kicked, pinned. We had MIA, the Misfits in Action,
Jesus.
and Lieutenant Loco, who was Chavo Guerrero, went up against the Disco Inferno, who was trying to join the Filthy Animals as their token white boy. And the match stops after and the MIA's grandfather, Pops, comes to ringside and fakes a heart attack so that the extremely hot porn actress that they have as their valet will revive him.
Major Guns.
Major Guns. It sucked. The main event was Jarrett versus Nash, a classic shitter.
Oh, my God.
And the end was Bill Goldberg turns heel. And made no sense at all. Goldberg as a heel is a terrible, terrible idea.
When he, like, punched through that window and, like,
Yeah,
himself.
yeah, he had just come
Yeah.
back from that. You don't get to be a heel when you just come back from an injury like
What
that.
an idiot.
Yeah. It was bad. And
Goldberg is a Bill. I'm saying it.
Yeah,
Did
he's
you
a Bill.
know that he punched his hand through that limo in Springfield, Illinois, and I was at that show?
Are you
Really?
serious?
Yeah. That
No,
episode
they
Thunder.
wanted him to use a baseball bat, and he
Yeah.
was like, "No, I'm tough. I'm gonna punch through it," and injured himself.
Dude, and he lost to Jericho in a real fight. Man, this
He
guy's...
did. He got
He
choked.
did.
What?
Yeah, Chris Jericho, they had a backstage kerfuffle. And
Really?
It was
Yeah.
a short little.
Yeah, and Jericho choked him out, basically. Had him in a front face lock.
Yep.
Goldberg was going down, and he was like, well, I'll let up a little bit. And then Goldberg was like, oh, shit. And eventually they got pulled apart, but then they said Goldberg broke away. And Jericho's like, oh, I'm dead now. Here comes Goldberg. And Goldberg just pulled his hair. Like, did this real bitch move.
He didn't even
What?
punch it. Yeah.
Told Booker T his mother was a fucking goof. Like, it was just nonsense.
What?
Yeah, Goldberg might be a Bill.
He is a
Goldberg's
He
a
was
Bill.
a Bill.
One
Yeah,
of the
he-
biggest superstars in wrestling, but when he came to WWE, he was well past his prime.
I never understood why a guy so apparently tough needed a security team.
Dude,
That's a good point.
Jericho's mocking of that was probably the greatest. One of the
I
greatest pieces.
loved his mocking of that. Yeah.
The Jericho personal security with Ralphus and the Jerichoholic Ninja.
Yeah, Ralph.
Ralphus.
Dude, Ralphus was great because Jericho was like, this guy was a truck driver whose hair receded to his neck that I thought looked hilarious. So I told him, hey, you want to be on TV? And he was like, yeah. And he said, like, oh, they're drawing up my contracts. And I'm like, you have no contract. Like, the guy went super Hollywood. Would just talk with the chicks at ringside and wouldn't even do his calls. It's supposed to be interfering. He's talking with the chicks. God, Ralphus. So yeah, I started watching wrestling in probably the worst era known to man.
Yeah, that was shit.
And right after, I would say, Starrcade 2000, where I saw Scott Steiner win the WCW belt, I was like, so what's going on in WWF land? And I saw, or actually it was around Bash at the Beach where they did this terrible angle where Hogan quit or something. Or fake quit. I don't know. I was a kid. I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Oh, with Jarrett, he like laid down for
He laid down for the belt, and I was just like, okay, I don't know what this is. What's going on in WWF? Oh, SummerSlam. Let me get SummerSlam 2000. Jericho versus Benoit, 2 out of 3 falls. Angle versus Rock versus H as a main event. No contest. I was sold. I was a WWF fan from then on out. There was no question.
WWF was awesome, man.
Dude, Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit, 2 out of 3 falls, man. What a great match. And then they even had hotter chicks. The Cat versus Tori in a stink face match. Get out of here, man. Dude, Perry Saturn? I love Perry Saturn.
No, he's a Bill, dude.
No, he's not.
He's a Bill, dude.
Poppy?
He had that retard gimmick.
Dude, he got shot through the neck, man. Respect.
Shane Douglas, a Bill.
Yes.
No, sir.
Huge Bill.
No,
huge Bill. Huge
Shane
Bill.
W, the franchise.
Shane Douglas was primed to be the biggest wrestling rebel that's ever existed. After he threw that belt, and he said, kiss my ass. But, I mean...
He was amazing in ECW, dude.
Yeah, he was tight. I mean, he's a good wrestler, but
his shit in WWF and WCW sucked.
He works at a Target now. This guy's a Bill. Remember he was Dean Douglas?
Yeah. You know, Just Incredible now works in an Olive Garden.
Yeah. I have seen that.
Yeah, that's a blow up.
Just Incredible. Did Paul Heyman sell us a bill?
No, CW was godlike.
On Just Incredible?
Just Incredible, huge bill.
He's a bill.
Here's an interesting one. What about Jerry Lynn?
No,
about this guy?
No.
His matches with RVD are good, but other than... come on, man.
He has lots of great matches.
His promos were a bill.
He was the light heavyweight... Dude, he was the light heavyweight champion, and nobody knew. I went to the title history, and I was like, when was Jerry Lynn light heavyweight champion? They're like,
he was on fucking Heat.
Yeah, for 5 months.
What happened was, Gilbert was champion. He came out, he bodied Gilbert. And do you remember what ended his career?
I don't.
Do you remember those stupid WWF restaurant things they do at pay-per-views?
Oh, yeah.
He did one of those where like they talked to him, and he did this promo that was so bad it killed his career. I remember to this day, it's not like I've seen it on YouTube. I bet it's up there. It's so memorable where he ended the promo with a death metal he went Judgment Day.
Yeah, he used to do that.
And it was so bad it killed his career. It was
man.
Oh my god.
It's a shame because he's a great wrestler, but man,
he is.
It's a bill. I'm sorry.
Jeff Hardy, huge bill.
Jeff Hardy's a bill.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy, he's being repackaged as Willow right now in TNA. This guy sucks. Jeff Hardy, man.
Matt Hardy, bigger bill.
No,
Willow.
Not Fat Hardy. Jeff. Dude. Matt Hardy's not a bill. Get out of here.
Matt Hardy was supposed to be the sane, rational, talented member of the team. He's now fucking beating his wife and...
Yeah, it's okay. Remember when he was one of the biggest stars, like the hottest stars when they had that whole feud with Edge where that had like real life, like where Edge stole his girl and all that. I just felt like they didn't capitalize on it. They did for a while, but I mean, they didn't let him become champion or anything like that. I mean, his feud with MVP though. Remember that?
That was when he was Fat Hardy. Yeah.
Yes, Fat Hardy. And he walked around. He was always bigger than Jeff. I'll say that. Brock Lesnar destroyed them both, made them both irrelevant.
Lesnar is awesome.
Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin, is he a bill?
Yeah,
he's a bill.
There's a lot of bills.
The gold standard.
I mean, he had good matches, but overall, bill.
Were there guys that you ever expected, like, God, this guy's going to suck, and he was awesome? That's happened to me a few times. I think MVP was one of the biggest. I thought that gimmick sucked.
I liked him.
I don't like MVP.
At first, I was like, this is dumb. Like, he's just wrestling jobbers. And then it kind of grew on me. Like, this guy's awesome. I'll give a recent one. Damian Sandow.
I thought he was a Bill, but he's awesome.
Yeah. He's back to jobbing.
He's alright. I like Bad News Barrett.
Yes. I do. I love
That's an awesome gimmick.
I've got some bad news. Like, that's so
They put him like on that riser.
I've got some bad news. Cowboy, playing to win. You have that tech. Porno Hot fixed it. Bad news. Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, have you ever seen the original, like, trailers where they do it on WWE.com and he'd go up to Cody and be like, Cody, I hear you have a match. Well, I've got some bad news. It's on Superstars. And he'd walk off and Cody would just go, Bad News Barrett. Like, everyone would say it like that, too. God, that Bad News Barrett, man. It was awesome. This gimmick is too good. He doesn't even wrestle. That's the best part. Like,
is he actually injured? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's got injury problems, but he just sits there on that fucking stand and trolls. Awesome.
Dude, let's do a game.
All right.
I got a game.
Do a game.
Go Slips.
This is called the douchebag game.
Okay.
And I'm just going to name some people. I'll just name some celebrities. And they're either a douchebag, you either say douchebag or no douchebag.
All right.
There's no in between, like, oh, they're a douchebag when they're not when they're not this or that. It's you got douchebag or no douchebag. That's it. So we'll just do, I don't know, fucking Lady Gaga, douchebag.
Douche.
Douchebag.
Douche.
Not.
No douchebag. She's not a douchebag.
I think she's way too into herself.
No. All right, Steven Spielberg, douchebag.
Non-douche.
Non.
Okay. All right, I agree. Bon Jovi, douchebag.
Douchebag.
I don't see it. I don't know why. Why is he a douchebag? I don't get it.
That
he's
fucking
not-
that
he's not a
stupid
douchebag.
song.
That hairdo.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't like Living on a Prayer?
No, that's good, but that
I don't
song
like
from a few years ago. Which one is it called?
Shot through the heart.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
The one that's playing at Tony's all the time.
What?
Is there one?
Yeah, the one from like a few years ago that was a huge hit.
I
I don't know.
How could you not remember it?
Nah.
Not a douchebag?
Nope. Not a douchebag.
I say no.
Yeah.
I think he is.
That
Justin-
hair.
Justin
that
Bieber.
hair.
Justin
There's
Bieber.
no doubt he is.
Douchebag.
Super douche.
Yeah, super.
Dude, this kid's showing off his tattoos in court while he's on Skype. He's in Skype court.
What did he go to jail for?
DUI, like drag racing while he was drunk. This guy's an idiot.
Huge douche.
He's 19 years old. Got tats out the... Have you ever seen him? He's got like Leviticus 19 on his chest. I hate this guy.
Ellen DeGeneres.
No, what's she ever done?
Not
Yeah.
a douche.
Not a
Yeah.
douche.
She's a douche.
No.
Why?
No.
I feel bad for Ellen. She went from being one of the people who was bravely came out of the closet while she had a hit sitcom, got canceled because of it. Now she dances for the mass audience.
I like her
And
dancing.
She got spit out by the system, and it sucks.
I like Ellen.
I like Ellen too, but
Publicly, she's not a douche.
you think she's
All
a
right.
douche to poor old Portia
I
de
think
Rosa?
I think behind the scenes, she's actually a douche.
You think she bullies her wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be. I don't know. Maybe it's behind that lesbo haircut. There's a
Just like,
fucking
eat
mean
my
sign.
pussy.
It's like, get on your knees, you mammary lover.
Madonna.
Douche.
Douche. That
Unquestionable.
fake British accent? That's stupid.
Not a douche.
Dude, she's confirmed.
Not
By
a
the way,
douche.
by the
Not a
way,
douche.
she's
I
confirmed.
like
douche.
Madonna.
She's been
Madonna's
confirmed.
awesome.
Although I do feel bad. Did you know Sean Penn once tied her up and beat her up for 3 days straight?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like Sean Penn. She used to be married to Sean Penn, who was an infamous woman beater. Like, this guy had a problem. He apparently like tied her up, tortured her with shit for like 3 days. Would often leave the house to get like more shit to like replenish his own food. go back and beat her up some more.
She took it like a champ.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Sean,
how can you be a douche? You endure that.
Take that.
that's the only thing I feel bad about it for. Everything else, douchey.
She's
That
the
fucking-
queen of pop.
That fucking Ray of Light song, that's kind of a douchey song.
That's a
That
douchey
song just sucked.
We're talking early Madonna.
Oh, okay, early Madonna. Lucky
She's
Star
awesome.
Madonna.
She's awesome, but we're talking now.
Papa Don't Preach Madonna.
Yeah, Lucky Star, fucking Burning Up. Those are great songs.
Like a prayer. Don't fucking worry. God damn it.
Borderline.
Oh man, Papa don't preach.
I
Yeah.
love that song.
Good shit, man.
All right, I'll say 80s to early 90s Madonna, not a douche. Later Madonna, Die Another Day Madonna.
Yeah,
Douche.
once she became fake British, it was over.
Yes.
Beyonce, douchebag, no douchebag.
I don't know.
I'll say not a douche.
I say not a douche.
I think
When
she's
she had that Hulk thing going, she took it like a champ.
She-Hulk. Yeah.
She
Might
hulked
be a-
out at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. She also survived the being the Marty Jannetty of the Beyonce. Like it could have happened. She could have been the Jannetty
Marty
of Destiny. She could have been the Jannetty of Destiny's Child. But no, man, she trucked on and came out with that fucking.
Who's the Marty Jannetty of MK9?
What do you
Well,
mean?
there's not like tag teams.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, I guess you could say of a
What
team.
top player is not around anymore?
There's a
Like
lot
for-
that aren't around anymore, but
Because I mean, you could say like formerly of a team went on to a new game and didn't survive. Like Ryu 48 is just gone.
yeah, he's just gone. X-Blades is just gone.
X-Blades, yeah, got Jannetti'd.
Well, I would say it's more like M2 Dave or something, where they've gone from super top player to just kind of a talk show host.
Yeah. Talk show host.
What about LeBron James? Douchebag, no
Douche.
Douche.
Huge douche.
Huge douchebag.
When he has like those, remember he's like, who's LeBron gonna play for? Watch, who's LeBron gonna play for? Watch my 30-minute special.
Huge
Ugh.
douchebag.
Yeah.
They had like that whole fucking parade and shit just because he was on the team with like Bosch and Wade. And it's like, what the hell is this? That fucking headband covering up his receding hairline.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Remember when his headband fell off during the finals and everyone was like, who's that bald guy playing? Oh wait, that's
Yeah. Huge douche.
I agree.
What about Katy Perry?
Not a douche.
Not
I think her
much.
origins are too humble.
Not a douche.
Yes.
She's actually really talented. Like if you
Yes.
listen to her sing.
Her super
She's-
gangster. Have you heard her super gangster new song?
Yeah, it's good.
With Juicy J, where it's like, pew, 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 pew,
Yeah,
pew.
that's good. I like that
Awesome.
song.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hugh
And that-
Jackman.
Douche.
Not a douche.
Not
Dude.
a douche.
Not a douche. Why?
This Broadway ass, I hate this douche.
So that makes him not.
Because he does Broadway.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's some class of.
He's an actor.
I love how he walks around pretending like he's not gay. I'm not gay. I love women. Yeah, right.
What do you have
Gotta
against
hit
gay?
you, Jay. I don't have anything. I'm just like Hugh Jackman. Come
Jackman's
on.
gay?
He's
I
got to
think
be.
he is gay.
I think
Is
he's
he
one of the
really?
guys. I think so.
He looks gay.
But he always is going around like, oh, I like women. I love pussy. And you're like, stop.
It's Wolverine.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
Wolverine,
it's
man.
Wolverine's
hard.
gay?
He might be, dude.
Don't say that.
Dude, I do like Hugh Jackman. Like aside, like I love him as Wolverine. I think he's awesome.
Is Leonardo DiCaprio a douche or not a douche?
Not
Super
a
douche.
Not
Dude.
now.
Not now.
His entourage. Have you ever seen his entourage?
No.
Like, do you know that he has a group of guys that just kind of walk around going like, "Yeah, Leo, get him." Like it's like Tobey Maguire.
Everyone has their entourage, man.
No, but they always follow him. It's always like
He's
Tobey
Hollywood.
Maguire.
Well, I mean,
So-
everyone has an entourage. What do you mean?
Man, I don't know this guy. I love Leo though. Like I think him and Wolf of Wall Street.
Leo, like
That
you,
movie
like,
is awesome.
like he's your friend.
Leo.
Dude,
My
he
boy
is,
Leo.
man. Man, I've grown up with Leo. Titanic onward, man.
Titanic sucked.
It did. It was a pill.
What?
You know what was a great role for him? What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Love that.
Movie.
All right, Mama, get up. You're faking honey. That's awesome, man. But he should have won an Oscar by now. It's a shame that he hasn't.
Yeah.
He's constantly up against better people. That's his problem.
He's probably like one of the best current actors.
Yeah, I would say
Gotta
so.
be, definitely.
Yeah, when he's in a movie, guaranteed quality. Like Django Unchained, my God.
Yeah, he was great in that.
Dwayne Johnson, Juice.
Yes, he's on Juice.
Douche or not a douche?
Not a douche.
I'm gonna say not a douche.
Nah,
Did you know, according to Waffles, he was on our flight to VXG?
he was?
Yeah, I didn't see him, but after we landed, Tommy was like, Rock was on our flight. And I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me? And he said, I thought you knew.
Oh, man. He should have started throwing out, like, rockisms to see if he would look over at you guys.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It doesn't matter if you know.
Tommy, it doesn't matter what your name is. Look over at him.
It looked... He claims it looked just like him, and it doesn't make sense that he be in the Caribbean, right?
Why?
I mean,
he's a Pacific Islander.
there's going to be a lot of people that look like him there, though.
Yeah, but he said the guy was huge.
He is huge.
He was, and about that time, he just got out of WrestleMania. That dude was enormous.
Yeah, it
like
would have been,
6'5".
right? It makes sense.
Who knows?
Tom Cruise, douche, not a douche.
Super douche.
Douche.
Not a
Dude.
douche.
These Scientology guys, man.
He's just weird. He's just weird.
Huge,
He's just
huge douche.
Man, did you ever hear that story about what he did to that poor Iranian actress?
What?
Okay, so, like, Scientology picks his girlfriends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was this really cute Iranian actress that he was going out with. And he was like, he had rules, though. Like, he's like, I don't want to be seen with her at restaurants. That's fucked up. But if we're in public, on, like, a park or something, that's fine. He had, like, all these rules. Like, she could be seen with him at these places, but not these places. And then he was just like, you know what? I think she's a bill. I think she sucks. And he was like, guys, punish her. So she was forced to, like, scrub toilets for the Scientology guys. Because Tom Cruise was like, you know what? This isn't working out. Guy's a douche.
You ever see that video where they squirt him in the face with water?
He gets so mad.
Oh, I did see. That's awesome.
I love they
It's
squirt
like,
him.
why would you do that?
Squirt him. Why did you do that?
That was awesome.
It's like right in the mouth.
He keeps
He was so pissed.
He keeps calling him a phony, like it's Family Guy. Remember, he's like, you're a phony. He keeps saying that. You're a phony. You're a fake.
That was like a Tom Brady type moment.
The microphone that squirts water.
What? I haven't seen this at all. What are you
It's
talking about?
godlike.
Yes, these guys, these British joke hosts guys, come and squirt him in the eye. He's at some premiere and squirt him, and he's just like, he just gets pissed. He's like, why did you do that?
They ask him a question, point the mic at him, and he talks into the mic, they squirt him with it.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's good. He's like,
It's-
why? Why would you do that?
Yeah, you get super pissed.
Oh man, it was
Dude,
good.
and just the whole Oprah thing, man. This guy's a douche.
That was weird.
Oprah, is that she a douche or not a douche?
I'm gonna say not a douche.
I'll say not a douche.
Not a douche.
She is a
She
big,
does good.
good
Yeah,
philanthropist.
What's so wrong about her?
He slips just because I hated the color purple. That's probably what it was.
No, I said not a douche. What do you want?
Okay.
Ben Affleck.
Not a douche. He did Daredevil, and he took that like a champ.
I like Daredevil.
No, you don't.
I like Daredevil too.
It's
Fuck
not
outta here.
bad.
It's not that bad.
Too much Evanescence.
I like Evanescence.
Why is it in every scene? Like, why is when he's touching her face in the rain, they're playing that fucking shit piano song they had? I don't know. Colin Farrell in that movie was a bill.
He was bad.
No, he's cool in that.
No.
No, he's not, dude.
He's overacting and shit.
Is he
Yeah,
a
big
douche?
time.
Yeah, he's a dude.
He is a douche.
He's a douche?
Why?
Just look at him.
Look at him.
He's just Irish. What are you talking
Look
about?
at him.
Irish people are douches.
Yeah.
Wow. That's used for glue.
Wow.
What do you have to say about
shit.
this?
Sorry.
Dude, glue's on blast.
There's no way Used for Glues listens to this.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. He's probably busy thinking of some godlike Kung Lao tech right now.
This is a good game.
I like it.
Did anything else happen at SCR? Are we leaving something out?
Let's see. Besides the tournaments.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to remember everything, though. There's so many things going on. Well, I'm trying to think of some of the shenanigans. I feel like we're leaving out some of the chicanery that went on.
Yeah, there were a lot of hotel shenanigans.
Oh, what about the remember the Terry Brothers Squeeze-Its?
Yeah.
So the Terry brothers come in this van, right? It's only the two of them, but they come in this big van. And I noticed DJT whipped out a Squeeze-It. Now, if you remember Squeeze-Its, plastic jugs full of juice. Don't sell them anymore. I haven't seen one in years. He just whips one out, and then we go to their van, and it's littered on the floor. It's littered with Squeeze-Its.
Yeah, like it's some kind of drug,
Oh,
like
I
venom that
remember
they've been taking.
Yes.
They're good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we were like, dude, where'd you get all the Squeeze-Its? He's like, man, Vegas got everything.
Vegas got everything. Yep.
Yeah,
Got
yep.
Squeeze.
You know
Yep.
that? Yep. Oh, Squeeze-It, 10-0 matchup, bro. Yep.
Yep.
And then
Vegas.
also DJT failing to find an IHOP. The IHOP is literally like a mile from the hotel. Like you can see it if you're in front of the hotel.
It's not even a mile.
Yeah, we drove in a big circle and he just goes, "Damn, body turn." We're like, what?
That's awesome.
Free to drive. Vegas, free to driving. Vegas
Yeah.
a bill. Vegas driving a bill. Yep. Yep.
Damn. He's like, "Damn, Vegas driving a bill."
Yep.
Yeah, it was bad. Couldn't find his way out.
He got lost again, too. He was giving PPJ a ride somewhere the last day we were there, and he got lost again.
How many times did he Bernie?
Oh, one time it was big.
I
Didn't
don't even-
P-Board do some little dance?
I don't think so. I don't remember that.
Yeah, P-Board did the dance that Homer does when he wins in the Simpsons arcade game. You remember that? Where he puts his fingers up in the air and he kind of dances back and forth?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So is Forever King back? The last show, remember he was washed up like a week ago? Is he back now?
I think so.
Yeah, he's back.
Got third.
I mean, I would argue he was never gone.
Is that the shortest anyone's ever been washed up before?
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
A week.
Dude, remember he cut that promo on Fantastic in the forums?
That was awesome. Yeah.
He just like,
You guys
play
see
me,
that?
man. Yeah, play me for
Yes.
money, bitch.
No, I didn't see it.
King is awesome.
What happened?
He
He made a
he made a post. But Fantastic basically, they were calling themselves the King Slayers. What was it?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
King Slayer and really making a big deal out about it.
And King was just like, you know what? Play me for money. Like a one dime, I get bad at a tournament, and you play me for money right now. And Fantastic was like, I don't have to do it. I got nothing to lose, or I have everything to lose and nothing to gain. I don't know, man. I think King is back.
He's definitely back.
He's a top player, man.
Why do
Forever
you
King-
think tournament results have been so inconsistent? It's noticeable. You see guys that get top 5 at a major, their next major, they get 17. Guys that get second get 25th. There's been a lot of one and done guys that get one top 8 and they haven't for the next couple tournaments. Very few people are consistent. Look from NEC to KIT to Winter Brawl to SCR, and you see the NEC top 3. PPJ, Tyrant, Ducky, 17th, 9th, 13th at this tournament. Forever King from 17th to 3rd. There's more examples that I can think of.
I don't think it's the matchups or like
What do you think it is?
the stages. I don't know.
Slips?
I think it's just characters. There's a lot of shit that you can get hit by, and if you don't know, you're gonna get hit, and it's gonna hurt, and it changes the whole pace of the match. I mean, it's not the same characters. It's all different players.
I think you're about right. I think it's just sometimes if your knowledge isn't top on, isn't spot on, you get hit by something, fuck
I
you
mean,
up.
people adjusted. Like, no one thought Raven was good. Oops, now people are trying to learn Raven. No one thought Hawkgirl was good. Oops, we better learn the Hawkgirl match. No one thought, Grundy was good. Oops, Grundy's good. We better learn this match. So, it is what it is. Flash, he's another one. Well, everyone thought he was good. It just took a while for him to get going. Harley, I mean, it's just There's a lot of good characters. And if you're not prepared, you're gonna be done for.
Bane.
Bane, yeah.
Yeah,
Martian, who's supposedly super broke. Besides Jupiter, still just, I don't know. Like to me, it just seems like a lot of good characters.
2 people trained with Martian for this tournament: Crazy and
Steve.
Well, that's true, but PPJ and Steve, but they use them for some matchups. But 2 guys specifically went out of their way to be the best Manhunter. Like, they are all Manhunter. They dropped their previous mains, Dink and Crazy. Both got 13th. Is that a blow up? What does that mean? Should that be seen as a victory? Is Martian not as good as we thought? Is Martian harder to use than we think? What does it mean? Maybe it means nothing at all.
Having put Dink out of the tournament, I will say this: he had no idea what the fuck was going on against Deathstroke. It was just cross up 4-3, another 4-3. Jump in 3. He had no idea what was going on.
Matchup knowledge.
Now, on the other hand, though, his Martian Manhunter, the theory of me beating against Martian Manhunter, didn't feel like it was this 8-2 matchup, that Dave and, these guys claim because he has a teleport. If you see the teleport, you meet him in back 3 if you can. Otherwise, block. I don't think his mix-ups are particularly, super great. They're pretty good, but they're not, oh my god, over the top. I think he's a very strong character that just has a few matchups that they aren't free. I mean, his matchups aren't free. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. Got to put in the work. I don't think he Martian Manhunters his way through people like some of the other top 2 characters can.
Who's your top 5?
Aquaman would be up there. Aquaman, Martian Manhunter.
Is this in order? Aquaman number?
No, I'm not doing it in any order. I'm not sold on Zod as top 5 yet, maybe later. Superman would probably be in my top 5. I think he's fucking ridiculous. Batman, it's possible. Not sold on Batgirl yet. Sinestro, I could see. I don't know. I'm having a really hard time trying to make a tier. I haven't really focused on one. I have a hard time doing it because there's a lot of characters that I think are still really good that we're kind of just passing over. They got nerfed. They're not good anymore. Like Superman and Black Adam. When I think it's pretty obvious those guys are still really good. And Martian and Zod. I think Martian's really good. Zod hasn't panned out yet. I kind of believe what the Zod community's selling, but not gonna buy the bill yet. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. So I'd say Aquaman, Martian, Superman. I'll say Zod, and I'll say Batman.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. Nothing really special from anybody else. The only real controversial thing I'd probably say is that Deathstroke is top 10.
Dave's gonna be mad at you.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna be the fool of the week.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, you know what? You can fucking hold that. I got top 8 with the character.
Shit.
Seriously, I'm done with
That
this.
might be the intro right there.
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear about Sorry Florida. I don't want to hear about Argon Rost. I don't want to hear about Dave. I don't want to hear about playing to win's mythical week 1 Deathstroke. I'm the fucking Deathstroke, so suck it.
I like it.
Yeah, pretty much. This is what it's awesome is that now that I've gotten top 8,
you get the top
part.
off.
Not only that, the best part is now I get the props of God. You guys, he's just good, okay? Deathstroke's not that good, obviously. The guy's just great. I love those kind of props. It's not true, but I'll take it.
That was always the talking point with me.
Right.
So I guess you're just as godlike as I am.
Yes, exactly. Dave already said that. He's like, I give King Hippo much props for getting top 8 with a shit character.
Man, we're godlike.
I know, right? Actually, I think what's his name? 16-bit. What's his name? He said
the dude you're talking to.
He's the one that said He's like, I love that now they can't use Slips was a godlike Tekken player as your response. He's like, you were super whatever in MK. You kind of played Street Fighter. And I'm like, you're right. And he's right. You can't now. Deathstroke has to be a good character, man.
Yeah,
I'm good.
This is the first game you've reached the top in. It's not like every time you have to mention this player. Yeah, obviously, we're talking about a Tekken legend here. No, listen, dude. Listen, man.
Dude.
I like
Listen
it
up,
the
man.
way he says, dude. Dude,
Listen,
come
dude.
on, dude.
Come on, dude. We're talking about a Tekken legend here. No one is like, yeah, no one's like, listen, dude. We're talking about the 5th best Kenshi here. Like, he was a legend in Mortal Kombat as the Kenshi that once beat Chris G, and this guy is a legend. No, it's a dude who just reached the top now. Like, you found your footing in a game now. There's no excuse. I mean, are you going to claim you're some kind of savant, like you infiltration? No. You just studied the game, learned the matchups. You have the tools. You have the tools, you have the talent.
Why do you say it like that?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, shit, man.
Rest
I
in
feel bad
peace.
for that.
That's a
El
blow.
Ramus.
That's
That
a
is bad.
That's a blow up.
Man.
Blown up.
Blown.
Shit.
That is an awesome quote.
Yes. And Ghostbusters, that's gonna make me emo now. But anyways, yes. And also, I can't say my Deathstroke would have been half as successful if I didn't talk to Sonic Room Brad Vitale himself and Crathen. Now, a lot of you guys, I don't know if who's listening knows Crathen.
He hates Crathen. He's gonna blow you up bad.
I don't give a fuck. Crathen, this guy, I think he's from the UK.
He's from Italy.
From Italy.
He's from Italy?
He's
Oh, that's awesome.
My people. That's my people.
Right, so this guy apparently can only play the game online, doesn't really have a
Bet you
scene.
he eats a lot of fucking cannolis.
Oh my god, he probably eats all the cannolis and gelato he wants.
Probably makes him super fucking smart.
Yeah, this guy, he watched a Hazmat stream once and was like, who's this King Hippo guy? This guy's awesome. And he started sending me PMs and was like, dude, I got all this tech. You should come to the Deathstroke forums and take a look. And I've been taking his tech. I've been looking. His matchup notes on the Bane matchup, the Doomsday matchup, I've taken it all. Like he talked about down 2. I looked into it. Man, it's good. Like Crathen is a guy I credit a lot. A lot of the success I have with Deathstroke comes from this guy. It's like a combination of 3 brains. It's me, Slips, the knowledge he passes on, and then Crathen, in my opinion. Credit goes to those guys for all my, any success I've had. They have to share it, I think.
Well, you're the one going out and doing the work, so
Yeah, I guess.
that's what matters.
And
You know how, like, in Italy, they have those streets that are all filled with water, and you gotta go
It's
in a
Venice, man. It's not the entire country.
gondolas.
Venice is in Italy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just like, in Italy, like it's down the street, it's like that, and then you go 30 miles north, and they have another street that's full of water.
What do you mean? So it's just an entire city underwater. That's pretty impressive.
What about it? What about it?
Could you live like that?
I
No,
guess.
probably fucking smells.
Yeah, it's probably.
Can you imagine this ocean water?
That's true.
Nah, it's fine.
I don't think it's fine, dude. It probably smells like
Sure, it's
fucking
fine.
ass. I'll just say though, gondolas are tight.
I don't know what
Yeah.
that is.
That's
Those
the
are
little
the boats.
Yeah. It's like kind of long and thin. That's the boats they ride.
When I think of those, the main thing that comes to mind is that hover one in James Bond Moonraker, where it's
Oh, yeah.
hovering.
That's
That
awesome.
pigeon does a double take. That's stupid.
Man, don't you hate when they have shit like that in movies? Like the Superman guy we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
I think of Ninja Gaiden 2, where Ryu Hayabusa goes to Venice and it gets invaded by werewolves.
That
And then
fucking Hippo, those moments are like, I mean, they obviously existed for years before that, but I call them Nolan moments, because they're the worst part about the Nolan films, when they're like moments for children. Like, remember in Dark Knight?
So that's what that feels like.
Yeah, that's a Nolan moment. Those 2 kids that are like, bang, 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 and then there's an explosion and they think they
I
caused
like
it.
that. That's
Those
Oh,
moments fucking
yeah.
suck.
What about? There's a great one. I'm trying to think. There's a great one in Dark Knight Rises. Oh, when the cop's hat flies
Hat
off.
flies off. Yeah.
I think you got the wrong. I think you followed the wrong plane or whatever he says. Yeah,
I think you got the wrong. No, because he's like, we have you trapped like a rat, and the bat. I think you've got the wrong rodent.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That's right.
And then obviously you nailed it. So that's what that feels like.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, those are bad. I hate.
That was good. I thought that was good.
Of course,
I
the
hate-
classic is the Superman one.
Yeah. Damn, man.
That is a bad outfit. Woo! Yeah, it ruins one of the greatest comic book moments of all time.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Terrible.
fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Dude. Man, come on. You just reminded me of all the ones I've seen in movies where I'm like, God, what the fuck is this?
Transformers movies are filled with that first one. Is
Oh,
filled
yeah.
with terrible.
Spider-Man has a billion of those.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's ending, Spider-Man 1's ending might be the cheesiest ending of all time. Where the New Yorkers take out Green Lantern by
That's
throwing
so
shit at him.
Oh yeah,
Bad, yeah. That's,
They're like, you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
hell yeah, New York! Yeah, that's terrible.
yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, right? Their aim is so good, they'll aim this flying goblin to take him down.
You
Yeah,
just
right.
shoot him.
Yeah. God, this movie suck. I love Spider-Man, but man, his movies are mostly fucking trash.
I like Spider-Man 2. I thought that was good.
Spider-Man
That's-
2 is awesome.
That's the best of being decent. Spider-Man 2. The other ones, bills. Amazing Spider-Man's a good start, but the origin story's been done. I want to see
I don't
this.
know. The new one looks
I-
good, but
I don't like the news. I thought
I
it
like
sucked.
I like the new one, but I've seen the origin story. I want to see him. Let's do something new. Let's do
I
action.
thought the lizard looked stupid in it.
He did.
I
Remember, he was
agree.
like, I hated how he talked. He was like, Parker, and he had no lips.
Yeah.
God, it sucked.
Did you like Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises better?
Oh, Dark Knight Rises easily.
You're
Yeah.
an idiot.
God.
I have talked with 16-bit about this for hours.
For hours,
I,
yeah.
I love Dark Knight Rises. I think it's brilliant.
The ending sucks.
No, it
Nope.
doesn't. It's
the
all
whole
how-
premise is very
He doesn't even
intelligent.
defeat Bane.
Dude, how do you end Bruce Wayne? They fucking did it. Think about that for a second.
That's not Batman, though.
Bruce Wayne's story is over. Like, they
That's
ended it
dumb.
in... No, it's not. It's cool. Like, they built the
Yeah,
full...
there's a lot more to the movie than how you end Batman's legacy.
It's come full circle. He said. Doesn't have to be any normal guy could be a hero.
Well,
And then
we
in
gotta
the
talk
end...
about the entire movie. Like,
Okay,
the
I know.
fans are great.
Okay. I'll start one by one. I know you guys have a problem with how Bane died. Get the fuck over it, first of all.
Get over it, yeah.
He got hit by a
Hold
missile.
You get over
What are
it.
you talking about? Get over it.
That's
Get
your
over it.
villain.
The villain of the movie.
He gets
And he
blown
gets
up with a
fucking
missile.
he gets fucking knocked over
By
by
Catwoman.
Batman's alt.
It's
Dude,
not like
he
it's
got-
not like Selena punches him. She hits
he
him
got
with
hit by a missile going 100 miles an hour into his chest.
Yeah.
That is not a good way for the fucking villain of the movie to go. We're
Why?
this is the guy that broke Batman's fucking back.
What do you
You
want him to do? Explode into a million?
I want a fucking epic ass battle.
Dude,
They
he beat
did.
his ass.
He beat him.
Remember when he
Beat him in
slaps
the
his...
mask and then Catwoman shot him.
Remember when he slaps his mask off? He's going,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, what are you talking? What would have happened? Remember, we're aiming like again. The movies are trying to aim
That's
for
how it
some,
ends. He just beats him. Like,
They're trying to aim for some sort of realism.
Telling with it, it's just
He's the
fought
must.
to beat him.
He's the illusion. He's the theatricality. Of course, he's going to go down easy.
Yeah, he
That's
wasn't even the
stupid.
main
Why
villain.
did Bane go down easy?
Not easy, but like
He went
He's-
down easy.
he's done. It's
Got
easy.
absolutely bodied. It made no
Easy.
sense.
It's a missile
It
to
was
his chest.
totally one-sided.
The guy's already in a state of half dying, and you get a missile to his fucking chest. Of course, he's going to die.
It wasn't a close fight to begin with.
Him and
It was super anticlimactic. The first time they fought, it was anticlimactic because we all knew it was going to happen. And Batman couldn't touch him.
how was that
And
not
then-
awesome?
And then it's the total opposite. Now Bane can't touch him. Like
Bane
what the
didn't
fuck
even hit
is
him.
wrong?
Yes, he did. Bane was beating his ass before he hit the mask. Bane had the upper hand. He realized, I can't beat Bane. Like,
So
I
the
can't
whole
fight.
time you're like, all he had to do was hit the mask and he's done.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It's all comic book villains. It's how they all go. This is you have to lend a part of being a comic book movie to a comic book movie, and that's part of it. The villain has a weakness. He takes care of it. Something that's been done in every movie.
The whole premise of the movie was unintelligent. Oh, we're gonna hold the fucking city hostage with a nuke. Oh, wow! Like that's fucking brilliant. Like we'd never seen that before. Dark Knight was there was an elaborate plan on top of an elaborate plan on top of another insane, crazy Joker plan. Like
how is taking over Gotham by trapping all the cops, systematically ruining? How is that not fucking?
You just said it.
It's a genius plot.
Systematically, that is a key word.
Man,
systematically takes out Gotham from their police work, from their politics. He did it. It's awesome. He didn't just, fuck it, I'll just say I'm gonna nuke you all and you gotta do what I say. How fucking shitty
he did
is
it,
that?
dude. For a while, they had to do it like use the construction companies, use the fucking political loopholes and shit like that. That was odd. How is that not cool?
What?
He lines it all up to all explode at the same time. Like there's a cataclysm, like No Man's Land, like the comic book series No Man's Land.
Blows everything up.
Yeah, that's odd. He has to do that. Like that all didn't just happen.
Damn. Yeah, it did.
No, that was a calculated plan. It was smart. He had Daggett.
Blew everything up.
He used Daggett to put all the sewers, line them all with explosives. He used his company. He used Daggett very smartly. Had this front for a long time, like, I'm just a big player. I don't want to do anything radical. And then he just fucking turns on him, breaks the guy's neck, blows up all of Gotham. Dude, it's awesome.
He bullies this guy out of money, and then he fucking blows everything up. Like, that's supposed to be fucking brilliant?
Theatricality and deception.
Why does Joker seem smarter than Bane? It's dumb.
I don't know if he's smarter. He's just crazier.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I didn't see what made Bane so intelligent. And then we find out this legendary story that we all thought was Bane was actually, what's her name, Al Ghul or whatever.
That was fucking retarded.
That was stupid.
That pissed me off.
The whole movie, I'm like, God damn, this Bane character's fucking awesome.
Right.
And everything about him is a fucking ruse.
Well, no, he's still a badass. He's like a Mossad agent, and they're kicking all their asses.
Giant henchman.
I don't think he's a henchman.
The mastermind.
They're partners, dude.
Yeah, they're partners. That's not. I didn't get the impression they were henchmen.
He's theatricality. She's deception. It's awesome. The whole culmination of Ra's al Ghul's whole plan.
It's just a fucking elaborate bodyguard. That's all he's just a bodyguard.
Man, he's part of it. She couldn't have done it without him. He couldn't have done it without her, man.
He ain't shit.
He wasn't even the one that crawled out of the hole.
But he got his ass beat, dude.
Was he?
He was just sitting there bleeding.
Like, what the hell?
All right, now, okay, I'll admit. Christopher Nolan admits that the movie was too long and they got to take out the part where he got to the League of Shadows, got turned into the giant badass that he is later in the movie. So we never got to see that part. But it happened. Like, he got trained, like, this guy, he was super tough, and then they trained him, and now he's a monster.
We don't know that.
Right. But it's there.
So the whole movie, we're led up to believe how awesome he is, and then it's all bullshit. It's this girl.
But why is he not awesome? Like, what part of it? Okay, he has a partner. Why does that make him less awesome?
Because his plan.
Yeah, it was supposed to be his plan. It was supposed to be everyone's doing what he says because they fear him. It's the fucking girl the whole time.
They should have left her completely out of it, had an epic fight where Batman overcomes, and it would have been good.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
That's all they needed to do.
I wanted to see Batman just come out and be like, I'm going to overcome this. It's like Rocky, you want to see the underdog win.
Right.
He fell. It's like Tom Brady. It's like, oh, God. Poor Tom, he's lost it. I hope he comes back and wins. And he goes in training. It's like, the training montage in Rocky IV. He's climbing the mountain. He's doing those one-arm push-ups. Like, go Tom, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see it. And then Tom gets top 8. Bruce bodies Bane. No. missing.
I would argue he did body Bane until he got the deception part.
He did body him. It was just stupid though. It was totally one-sided.
He was like, Nolan's like, I'm gonna outsmart everybody and take the. Like, you just kept it
Those
simple.
fights should have been Rocky type epic. They should have been.
It should have been a 15-minute brawl.
That first fight,
going all over the city.
I disagree. I think fights that last longer than like 8 minutes, that's a bill. I think that's a terrible idea. I hate like long. Would we not agree the worst part of episode 3 is the fact that those guys fight for like 40 fucking minutes?
No, I like that.
No, it's awful.
I agree with you. They did it wrong, but that you can't say the last half hour of Predator sucked because of the fight. You can't say the last half hour of every movie, of every Rocky movie sucked. That's ridiculous.
But I think, again, with Rocky and Predator, they kind of take, like, it's not just, they're just fighting, like, constantly slugging. Like, there's the round breaks, and Predator, they're kind of sneaking each other through the jungle. So they're not constantly just fist fighting. Like Man of Steel. Man of Steel, that was this big problem with Man of Steel. The last fight is fucking forever, these guys are fighting. Destroying everything. And what does it mean? Oh, it's cool to look at, but you're like, what does it mean, though? It doesn't mean anything. They're just destroying each other.
I would rather them attempt a long fight and make it. I mean, that's an error on their part for not making their long fight meaningful. That's their fault for not putting a story to their long fight.
Dude, all they did.
A long fight with like a storyline attached to it, with swings and shit, is a lot better than a fucking 10-second fight.
They like just punched each other on the stairs. Wasn't even a fight.
I don't know, man.
Dark Knight is just awesome.
I would argue they couldn't have a fight because Batman wasn't going to beat him. Plain and simple. He knew that. Like, I can't beat this guy.
He did in the comics.
This is different, though. This is not the same. He's not venomed up.
Yeah, he didn't even have venom.
Yeah. Kinda, I guess. I don't know what they like to call the gas. I don't know. Either way, agree to disagree. I thought it was awesome.
It was awesome.
I love all of these movies. Like, this is arguing which of your children you hate the most. Like, I love all these movies. They're awesome, but I think Dark Knight Rises might take it for me.
We agree Batman Begins is the worst of the three.
It's probably the weakest, but it's a very solid film. When that movie came out, dude, I was blown away. Like, Batman's back. Like, that. When that movie came out, you could take Batman seriously again. It was awesome.
I didn't like the bat suit in that one.
It looked kind of goofy. I agree. Remember?
We talk about how Deathstroke has bodied Batman 3-1.
Dude, Deathstroke has gone ham on most of the Injustice cast in the comics for real. I mean, he. Okay, have you ever seen when he fights the Justice League of America and in 20 seconds he manages to like demolish all of them? They're on their knees, literally. Zatanna goes to say something and he punches her in the kidney, and he knows she's gonna vomit. And she will no longer be able to speak. And he kicks the shit out of her because of that. Or what about Flash? He's like, Flash is going to dodge all these explosions I'm going to set off, and he's going to run right into my sword in 3 seconds. Happens just like he thinks. It's awesome. Deathstroke is a great, great character, man.
How do you get past, like, his hooves?
I don't like his hooves. I don't use that costume. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's stupid.
In Deathstroke's first outfit, I don't like his hooves.
Oh, they're fine.
I don't like his hooves.
You
and
like
I don't
his
like
hooves?
No, here's what I don't like.
Yeah, they're fine.
I don't like his hooves. I don't like his dog tags.
Yeah, I like the dog tags.
I like his Teen Titans outfit. His original outfit, I've always liked it, and I use that one if I can. Insurgency Second Color is not bad either, too.
I like the pirate one.
Yeah, that one's good. Flashpoint.
He's got the probes. He's got like probes that like monitors all the metahumans and shit.
Yeah, like he knows how to beat them all. They've even said, dude, he's like brute, like he's like Batman. Like once he has a plan, this guy's unbeatable.
He took out everyone in the Justice League.
The only way they were able to beat him was Arrow pissed him off and made him stop doing the plan, and that's why they were able to beat him.
Like with Terra or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He literally captured all of them. Like, he could have killed them all, except for Nightwing.
Right. Nightwing got away like a bitch.
Yeah. Deathstroke.
Yeah, but Deathstroke, man, this guy constantly bodying all these top DC guys. This guy is dangerous. When you can hire him as a bodyguard for the Justice League and he does his job in 20 seconds, man, this guy with one eye, man.
Slips. Recently on Facebook, you said something, and it shocked me.
What?
You said you think you like Deathstroke more than Scorpion.
What?
Dude, he's tight, man. I've been reading his comics, man. He's fucking tight.
Dude, I fucking told you!
Slips is reading comics? What? Doesn't seem Slips like.
You even changed your avatar to be Deathstroke.
I noticed that.
Isn't this a blow-up?
Why is it a blow-up?
Scorpion's supposed to be your guy.
I mean, everybody's got Injustice
You
out.
lovingly refer to him as Scorp.
Scorp.
Everyone calls him Scorp. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you say it with this, oh, Scorp.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Hint of
Oh, I mean, there's a lot more material to read about and be grown attached to with Deathstroke.
Right, like you can't read a great Mortal Kombat comic that John Tobias wrote.
He's much more fleshed out. There's a lot more to him. The way his ex-wife died was fucked up. She got tortured to death. His fucking, well, he's got a daughter, too. And she is, like, super broke like him. And he's got 2 kids in the Justice League. He's got the daughter, I forget her name, and he's got his second son who got brought back to life. He had the ability to possess people, and he had that mutant ability because Deathstroke was born, or when Deathstroke, impregnated his wife, that's when he was like super enhanced. So, like, his kid is like broken because of that, so he's got superpowers. And so, yeah, that was his ability. He could, I guess that's why he could get resurrected. But anyway, yeah, he knows his kids are part of the Justice League, and he purposely fights against them to make sure that they stay on the good side. That's how fucking tight he is.
Stay away from me.
He knows that, his first 2 kids, his first kid definitely dead, died because of him. His second kid also died, luckily could be brought back to life. And his third kid, the daughter, she was going to die. She was kind of she stabbed herself in the eye to prove to him that she could, be on his level. And he was just like, you're gonna die. And so he purposely betrayed her so she would go to the Justice League. And always be good. He's such a badass, his kids can't get out of his shadow. He's fucking awesome.
He's one of the coolest comic book characters ever.
But better than Scorp?
I like Scorp. What do you want?
You gotta pick one.
Yeah, you gotta pick one.
They're both hanging off a cliff. You can save one. Which one do you save?
I would save Scorp still.
Okay.
But down the line, who knows?
Yeah.
If Scorp wasn't such a bill, I'd probably still be playing him.
Does Deathstroke being so cool make up for Scorpion being a bill?
Yeah. He's cool.
Yep. That Russian Nerf Scorpion.
Yep.
Yep, he's a bill.
You're on record as saying that you like Catwoman more than Katana.
That's a blow up.
No, I agree with you. There's way more. We don't know anything about Katana. She's in one good movie. There's way more media and stuff, comics, movies, cartoons about Catwoman. She's way more fleshed out. She's cooler. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Yep. Yep, that Halle Berry movie, she's a bill. Yep.
God,
bill.
I'm so glad Arrow turned out good for Deathstroke. he could have easily been ruined.
Is that show good?
Arrow is amazing. Yes, dude, Arrow, and especially in its second season, now the best superhero show that's ever been done.
What?
Is there a lot of fighting on it? Like all the fighting looks.
Dude, he murders people. Like that's a big part of the show is him having to deal with the fact that he's a murderer. Like he's not just this. Oh, I'm a good guy. Like I'm taking out the bad guys. They're like, no, dude, you're a murderer.
So wait, he fought Deathstroke?
Deathstroke trained him.
I mean, in the show.
Yeah, Deathstroke's on the show.
Right. The subplot is okay. So he's in Star City now, but his backstory is that he was on an island for like 5 years. Right. In that time, they show him that he's confronted Deathstroke. Like Slade Wilson was on the island, and this is a guy he tangled with a lot on the island, and you don't know like the full backstory of what happened, but it's reason to believe that this guy is part of the reason why he's so deadly now, and it's awesome. He's on the show, and he's a mercenary, and he has the mask still. It's awesome.
Oh, so they're still going on then?
Yeah.
They haven't actually fought?
I think he finally showed up. Like, I haven't gotten to the very end of the first season. I've seen a little bit of the second season. Spoilers. But, yeah. Deathstroke on the Arrow show has done very, very well. He's very true to the character as we know.
He's played by that guy that was in that Spartacus show. That was on Stars.
Manu Bennett?
Yeah. He played one of the lead roles in Spartacus. I forget his name.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
He was fucking super fucking cool in that show. And then that show got ruined because Spartacus actually died of cancer. Like the actual actor.
Yeah, like Slade trained him how to fight. And then, like, he's back.
Is that how it is in the comics or just the show?
That's just the show.
Okay, that's tight.
Yeah,
Fuck
and
now
now he's like he's in here, like now he's a businessman. He's come to Star City, and like all of us like holy shit, like Slade Wilson. Like I can't touch this guy now, but I know what he's like. And this.
Why didn't they call him Deathstroke on Teen Titans?
They figured it was aimed at children. They didn't want to use the name Death or Terminator, so they said, "Hey, we'll call him Slade." That's probably where most people know him from. And
That's where I knew him from.
Yeah, he was super badass on that.
It's a good show.
Yeah. They did the Terra arc very well. They did it better than the comics even. The problem with the Terra arc, like where she turns on the Titans, in the show they make it look like okay, Terra can't control their powers, and Slade takes advantage of that. It's like, look, you're gonna die if you don't listen to me. Like I can teach you how to control them, but you got to do exactly what I fucking say. That's tight. But in the comics, Terra's just insane.
Yeah, she just goes nuts.
Yeah, and it's dumb. And her and Slade are fucking. Which is really fucked up.
Tight.
Terra's like 16.
Nah.
Wow.
Yeah. And also Slade's white eye patch, that was a blow up. Have you ever seen that? Like in the old 70s comics, his eye patch used to be white. It looks super gay. Let's get a black one like a normal guy. Later on he does. But yeah, the Terra's just dumb in the comics. Like she's just insane. Turns on everybody anyways. Doesn't die a hero's death like she does in the show. It's awesome.
Let's do the name game.
All right.
I'm sure you know how this works.
I do.
Remember, don't say their main character.
I know.
It'll be like waffles. I'll be kicked off. First name. Tom Brady.
Motherfucker.
That's a first. Second name? DJT.
Damn.
Yep.
Yep.
Name game's a Bill. Yep. Now waffles to Bill. Bodied him with smoke. Yep. Freed him up with smoke.
Free to drive.
Freedom up. That's a good one.
Free to allow. Freed him up with allow. Yep. 7-3 matchup. Yep. I ain't use Cyrax. Use Lau on him. He's free. Yep.
You sound like a hillbilly.
That's what they sound like.
They have this weird kind of drawl. Like it's not.
That's like, southern, like.
It's an accent for sure. Yeah.
Black rednecks. They're tight.
Yep.
Wow.
Damn.
Yep.
Bodied by the turn.
Black rednecks.
Bodied by my Lau. Yep. Bodied him with Evo.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Emperor Theo.
Tears of joy.
Wonder Chef.
Hasha complete meta.
White boy.
Best mustache ever.
Yeah, he's got to do something about that.
He needs to lose the stash.
Yeah.
It's the problem is it's just hair on the top of his lip. Like it's barely a mustache.
That's not.
That's
all
what
right.
a mustache is.
I
No,
know.
but-
I know he's listening. Trust me.
Lose the stash.
Lose the stash. You guys it's got to go.
He's got that baby face too.
Maybe
Sorry.
when you're older. Right now, it looks like a 12-year-old with a mustache. It's got to go.
Sorry, brother. Yeah, I gotta agree.
Yeah.
Edit that out.
No cakes.
Brother.
Sal.
A vulture.
Vulture.
Ooh, shots
He-
fired.
No, he kind of. I told Bit this. Morty kind of stands up straight. Like that's how you know he's Morty. Like he's standing up straight. Looks very well. He's groomed. You know all this. Sal, while he's equally groomed, will stand kind of hunched, much like a vulture does. And you can kind of see him like shaking his wings, just being irritated. Because a vulture is an ornery creature. Sal is
It's
an
true.
ornery creature.
It's true. Lex Luger.
Hero. He's my hero.
Bill Menudis.
Props fisherman.
Let's do shoutouts.
All right. Well, if I have to give a shout out, it's definitely to my local scene. So that's Evan, Alex, Matthew, Chase, Mark, Jeremy, Asa, Brandon, for better or worse. All you guys have affected me in some way, especially Evan. I mean, Evan, ever since he joined, that's 4x4 Lobo, ever since he joined the scene, guy's been willing to drive out to these tournaments, been willing to drive everybody, just a absolute boon to the scene. I would never have done anything without him, so I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for getting me to where I am today. Shout outs to, obviously, 16-Bit. I mean, he's been a friend. He supported me this whole weekend. He gave a great pop-off when I won. It's legendary. I think it's up now on Compton's YouTube page.
Yeah, he just updated everything
Yeah.
on YouTube.
So watch the match versus Slayer. He gives a great post-match pop-off. Shout outs to Slips and Crathan. I mean, you guys, like I said, I wouldn't have been able to do it without your guys' tech and your matchup knowledge, so props to you guys. Shout outs to White Boy, my shitter friend in the foxhole. We both played low-tier characters, and look where we got, buddy. Shout outs to you for doing so well. Shout outs to Dave. Dave actually projected that I would get out of my pool when Theo said Immortal Angel would get out of the pool. So I got to give a shout out to you, Dave, and shout outs for downplaying my character so bad that everybody slept on him that I was able to get top 8. Thank you so much, Dave. Let's see who else. Shout outs to Ghost Austin.
Ghost?
Ghost Austin.
It's my favorite gimmick now.
Ghost.
Ghost Austin. Oh, shout outs also the other Evan Hashimoto, Wonder Chef. When I played Deathstroke, he was like, "No, I get it, man. That's cool. You know, you're going with your thing. I understand that you want to play Deathstroke." And he supported me, and we did a podcast together. And yeah, he's just been a good friend. I'm glad that he did well. And also one last note: in the future, the WCW podcast will return with
WCW.
Yeah, WCW wrestling show. It'll be back. Me and Chef. I don't know when, but it'll be back soon. So watch for that.
He's no longer emo.
He's no longer emo. He's really.
Is he a heel?
He'll probably still antagonize. He's probably more of a tweener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got any shout-outs?
Not really.
Alright. Shout-outs to Reno Rats for wearing our shirt on stream.
Oh yeah.
That was tight.
That was
That
cool.
was tight.
They zoomed in on it too, and Ultra David talked about it.
Guys, Ultra David came up to PBJ and I and wanted a picture with us.
What?
Not anyone else. Not Theo. Not the rest of the
Just
top
you.
8. Not Chris G. He wanted a picture with PBJ and I. Hold that
You know,
shit.
Hollywood.
Also, Infiltration waved at us. Me, DMS, and PBJ.
So, who
The three of
cares?
us were in the lobby, and he was sitting there, and I was like, everyone was nervous. Everyone was like, PBJ was like, oh, let's talk to him. But everyone was too nervous to, and I was like, hi, Infiltration, and he turned and waved to us. Hold that.
Pretty tight.
Also,
Wow.
Chris G almost came to PBJ and I's hotel room. Almost.
Why?
So we got a hotel room with a couple other guys, Katana Prime, Terry Brothers, DMS, Legend was randomly there, Digit was randomly there, and Chris G, and Trey was randomly there. And, like, apparently Trey was challenging Chris G to a money match because he thinks Hot Girl beats Green Arrow or something, and we're like, dude, Chris G doesn't give a fuck about you, Trey. There's no way he's going to accept this. But apparently Chris G was offering money matches where he'd random selected Marvel, and still no one would accept that.
Wow.
So he actually said he would do money matches if all of the Injustice guys in the hotel agreed to do money matches, and we all were like, absolutely. I would.
Yeah,
but-
why wouldn't you?
He said he was too busy at the end and he didn't do it. But
Man.
He considered
almost. Yeah, we almost had Chris G in an Injustice hotel room. Can
That's
you imagine
good.
that? Chris fucking G playing Injustice in a hotel room.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Douchebag or no douchebag?
Just passionate.
Kind of a douche.
it. I'll say douche.
Kind of a douche.
I don't
Not a
do.
douche. No douche.
Kind of a douche.
Why is he a douche?
Have you ever followed his Twitter?
What's wrong
Okay,
with it?
that's
Yeah.
who has a good Twitter though. Come on, man.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Dizzy.
What?
Think Dizzy's got a good Twitter?
Dizzy has
Yeah.
a Twitter.
Yeah, he's on Twitter all the time, and it's always super polite.
Like woke
Why
up,
is-
ate a good breakfast. Hashtag healthy.
Yeah. Slayer uses Twitter just to be like, I have no friends. I'm emo.
Dude.
It's bad. I can't win.
Dude, I felt so bad after I won. He just put, man, fucking this lump in my throat. I take this shit so seriously. I was like, Jesus, did I kill you, Slayer? I'm sorry.
Slayer's the most emotional player I've ever seen in my life.
He's fucking 12 years old.
He's like 18.
So emotional about everything, both good and bad. When everything's going good, oh, I love you guys. I love this game so much. I love Superman. I love Dive Bomb so much. I don't want this weekend to end. Oh my god. And then when he loses, oh, this means so much to me. I can't believe this. I'll never get top 8 again. I'm quitting. I can't do anything right. Oh. Like, there's no middle ground. He's never just like, hey, what's up, guys? He's always either, he's like a dog, like a little puppy. He's
Jesus.
super excited or super emo.
Dude, in the stream chat, people were saying he looked like a heroin addict.
Dude, his
Oh.
eyes were bugging out when he was playing me.
He does.
He needs, God, and I'm gonna be honest. In MK, he bodied me in casuals, and then in tournament, I bodied him.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, and it's like, dude, just calm down and play. Jesus. I don't understand how someone that already made top 8 at EVO and has beaten some of the best is still so nervous in tournament. Relax, kid, relax.
Who did he use in MK?
Cabal.
Oh,
Oh. No. Would you rather have a fiction girl brought to real life to be your girlfriend, or would you rather be able to pick any girl on the planet that is actually a woman to be your girlfriend?
what does that mean?
Like cartoon character, anything.
Yeah, you can
Fiction.
bring a girl out of, fiction.
Yeah.
She can be your girlfriend, or you can have any girl in actual reality and be your girlfriend.
Uh,
I want to fuck Jessica Rabbit.
Would she still be a cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, they're like cartoons.
That'd be
I choose Anya from Buffy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You and that
Come
fucking
on,
show.
man.
Man, that's hard because
ridiculous.
there's
So you
like,
pass up Katana and Catwoman for Anya?
Yeah, her personality. I mean, Catwoman is not going to stick around.
What are you talking about?
Selena Kyle's not going to settle down.
That's
with
true.
me. Yeah, that's bullshit.
She settled down with
Yeah.
Batman. What are you talking about?
She would use you.
Yeah.
Would Katana use you?
You've still done Catwoman.
Anya is going to be loyal and funny.
What if every time you get a top 8 with Catwoman, Selena will come back and she'll fuck you?
So I'll never see her again then?
Oh damn, you just ruined it.
Alright.
Guys, how do I rebrand myself as a shitter player?
Rebrand?
Yeah, I want to
New gamer tag or what?
Dude,
I'm saying
Dude.
instead of being like a top player, I want to rebrand myself. All right, look at I want to be the 7L of the Catwoman community. Everyone knows 7L's the best Green Arrow, right? And he got top 8 at Fall Classic, and everyone's like, "Damn, he's the best Green Arrow," right? But no one expects him to be top 8 again because Green Arrow sucks, right? So when he almost beats someone good, everyone's like, "Dude, look at that! He almost beat someone good with Green Arrow. Good shit." And then sometimes he gets a scalp, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, he beat KDZ. Good shit." But then he ultimately loses, and everyone's like, "Oh well, he tried his best, right?" Or Mr. Aquaman and Revolver, right? He did really well at Summer Jam. He won that team tournament or whatever, and now he just gets bodied, but he almost beats people, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, how do I rebrand myself like that?"
You're too loud for that.
Yeah.
It's
Too
true,
vocal.
yeah.
You're too vocal.
I can't rebrand myself as
No.
a shitter master.
You cannot.
No. No. Top 8 or you're free.
Right.
It's not fair. I'm playing a shitter. I just want to be. I don't mind. Because I like playing her. But I just want everyone to know I'm a shitter master, not a top 8 placer.
Hey, you're already like a Catwoman hero, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's fine. I'm fine with getting bodied in pools, but I want to rebrand myself. That's okay. I'm not claiming I'm going to be in the top 8s. I'm a shitter. Can I just...
Well,
Like,
you just
no one-
did it.
No one blows up Mr. Aquaman. He plays Ares. Everyone's like, "Hey, good try, man. You got 17th. Way to go."
I mean, is Catwoman as bad as Ares, though?
I don't know about that, but she has problems. Shazam players don't get blown up. Look, I'm rebranding myself right now, everybody. I'm the 7L of Catwoman.
You can try it.
Catwoman's better than Shazam.
Is she?
She might be. I've heard she's really good.
You don't even believe that, Slips.
I'm just saying what the people say.
The people.
I'm the voice of the people.
Since when?
I'm the voice of the people.
All right. Well,
Who's still saying that? Wonder Chef? Rico? I like how Rico blew me up and is like, "Yeah, Maxter's the best. He has these 60% combos." I'm like, "Maxter, what are you talking about?" He's like, "I don't know what the fuck he's talking about."
I don't know, Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy, I don't
Poppy.
know. Poppy, I dropped her. She's not tournament viable. Dude's fucking playing Lobo for a reason, idiot.
Wow.
Then, after I got bodied in the tournament, like, "Bone, what do you think? You have any advice?" And he was like, "Yeah, drop her." Fuck out of here.
It's
Oh, that
cool.
reminds me.
It's
that
better than
reminds
Shazam.
Shout outs to Crazy Bone. We actually played the mirror. We played the mirror at a 1st to 5. It was 5-4 for me, and it came down to the last round. It was super hype. It's a shame it wasn't recorded. I guess that was his goodbye to the character. I asked him, and he said he loves Martian, and he's going all the way to Martian, but I wanted to give him a shout out. He deserves it because it was a really fun set. We were both falling for each other's shenanigans. It was awesome. It was funny. Shout outs. It's too bad it wasn't streamed. I'm rebranding myself as the 7L of Catwoman.
No, she's too good.
Okay.
Jump 2, man.
dude, jump 2, jump 1, Ford 1. God, Ford 1's broke, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry that you couldn't handle being a shitter with Scorp, and you had to run to the top tier.
Deathstroke.
Top 10.
Yeah. He's in the top 8. He's in the top 10.
Sounds like you're describing my future.
I've done much better with shitters than you have. I got third at a major. I made almost every top 8 with Scorp that I
When
entered.
did you get third in a major?
UFGT.
That was fourth, not third.
So sorry.
I got fourth at Frosty Faustings with a shitter.
That wasn't a major.
Was UFGT really a major?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I know about that.
I don't know about that.
I do. Was KIT really a major?
I don't know. I guess not. Not according to some people.
Well, just either way. So before you can blow me up for running to
I'm
someone
just saying, it looks like you're running the top
get
10.
at my level.
How'd you do it, KIT, with your shitter? Because I got top 8. How'd you do?
My shitter's much worse than your shitter.
I didn't ask how good your shitter is. I asked how'd you do.
I'm giving you the reason why you did better.
I got top 8 in a major with my shitter. How'd you do? You keep dodging the question.
You already know the answer to the question. I'm giving you the reason.
Yeah, the answer is you got your back blown out by Goomba, who later was so emo he's in a fucking strip club because he got bodied. Hold that shit.
Jesus.
Good lord.
Edit that out.
This is getting real. Should we give our the donor winner a shout out?
Yeah, Ben Beach has won. He donated a lot. He'll be on the show in the future.
Whatever he wants to do. It's his fucking show.
Yeah, it's your fucking show. We can do a regular show. We could do a movie commentary. You can be a guest host with a player of your choice, maybe. You can be on by yourself. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He donated Good American Tender.
We think. He hasn't actually donated it yet. He just said he would. But let's assume he's honest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So private message me with what you want, and we'll do it. We're whores.
We're whores.
Yeah.
It fucking strumpets you.
Strumpets.
Yeah.
Also, shout-outs to the FGC secret donor who donated a pot bonus for MK.
That's tight.
I earned some money for getting third. Hold that.
Shoutouts to EGP for keeping MK alive.
Shout-outs to EGP.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job. Dude, who do you think the donor is? I want guesses.
Montel Vontavious Porter.
That'd be awesome.
I don't think he has any real idea.
Some random dude.
I think he's just a random dude that likes the scene.
I
have
think
no
Paulo.
idea.
I think it's Paulo.
There's no way it's Paulo.
It's Paulo.
There's no way.
What's he doing? Using corporate funds? Yeah, I doubt it.
What else do we want to say?
Nothing.
Bye.
Low gunshots.
Alright.
Hey,
Hippo.
Chip.
Dude, that voice is over.
Bane.
Man. Venom.
More. Smar.
Smart.
I made top 8 before you, Smart.
Whack Adam.
Whack. Adam.
God, that's what I should have popped off and said. I got top 8 before you, Smart.
We need just a string of people doing that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Every guest from now on has to do the Goat voice.
We talk about what if MIT and DJT talked to Goat Austin? How awesome would that be?
Oh my God. Heads would roll.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Yep. Go to Austin. Yep.
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 They start going, yep.
Yep.
Fuck you, Brad.
Yeah. Freed up.
Alright. Bye.
Brant.
That was a good one.
Oh,
I like when Dizzy was like, I'm waking up to goat noises and shit.
obsessed with the MIT boys. PPJ and I were pretending to be them last night, and we could
Yep.
not stop.
It's super racist.
Yeah.
Dude, I was being MIT and PPJ was being TJT last night at the arcade. Well, it's so fucking fun. Yep, we were doing it on the plane, the ride home, too. Yep, freedom up. Yep. Waffles is free.
Yep,
Yep.
dude, he's in for bodying.
Yep.
Body by a turn? Damn.
Yep. Yep.